Chapter 1. Wu Zhen watched the 10th episode of the Ghost Slayer Blade Yu-Gi-Oh chapter. Tanjiro was covered in flames, with the momentum of killing with one blow, forgetting his pain and slashing hard. Yikes! The prostitute Taro's head is separated from her body, and at the same time, my wife Zenji and Inashuk also successfully cut off the head of Izume. The last ribbon, to be exact. Wu, it's so enjoyable. It's worthy of Tanjiro, who can actually cut off the neck of Shanky Riku. Wu Chen almost jumped up, rubbed his eyes, and touched his stomach with the sound of drums. I'm so hungry. Forget it, it seems that there is still a bucket of Master Kong's Laotan sauerkraut beef noodles, let's eat it. Wu Zhen pressed his stomach, temporarily turned off his mobile phone, and after soaking the noodles, he took a sip. Cool. Wu Zhen ate instant noodles, and opened his mobile phone again. The Ghost Slayer Blade Torguo chapter seems to be endless, and he has also figured out the routine, they are more every week. Wu Chen opened Kuai Shao, and the first content made him feel uncomfortable. But for a moment, he did everything he could, and he drank and vomited. Suddenly, Wu Chen died of food poisoning, only 18 years old. There is still a piece of news on the mobile phone. Netizens comment, cerebral palsy acid step on beef noodles. Wu Chen opened his eyes, it was dark all around, there was no half of the ghost, the visibility was very low, and then he looked down at his hands, full of dirt. Could it be that this is Huang Chuan? Wait, it's wrong, there are no ghosts leading the way. What a ghost, this dark place, where is the road, muttered Wu Xin, surrounded by flat ground. No problem to walk carefully. Da Wu Chen took a few steps, snapped, fell down, and quickly landed on the ground with his elbow, because he wore little, his hand grinned a bloodstain on the ground. It hurts. Ghosts don't seem to be hurt, right? Could it be that I'm not dead? Wu Chen touched his face. Well, there is temperature, great. Congratulations to the host. The dark system was successfully activated. You become the first host. At this moment, a metallic sound came from his mind, and Wu Chen stood in place, and his white slender fingers slapped himself fiercely. Snap! It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. The system seemed to know Wu Chen's inner words, and the metal sound came again. Host, congratulations on crossing into the world of the Ghost Slayer Blade. What? Demon Slayer Blade, what I just saw is Ghost Slayer. Great, so that I can see Tanjiro. Wait, this is the world of the Ghost Slayer Blade, then I'm not very miserable, that ghost won't tear me up directly, let alone the upper and lower strings, and no misery. Wu Chen patted his head and said sadly, that is really pitiful, he died of eating instant noodles before he died, and it was cerebral palsy who stepped on beef noodles. It seems that Wu Chen has the talent of a crow's mouth, and the system seems to feel something, and it goes straight offline, and there is not a single bubble. Wu Chen also wanted to ask the newbie gift package. Forget it, well, how do you feel? A little cold? There was gradually a smell of blood around, and Wu Chen was surprised to find that he could see it, but it was still a little blurry in the distance. I saw a tall man standing in front of him, wearing a white gentleman's hat, and his clothes were also pure white. An invisible pressure came from the man in white in front, and Wu Chen felt that he was being targeted by the Hong wilderness beast. The blood coagulated, his knees were uncontrolled, and he slammed into the ground. Snap! Boom! Wu Zhen was in pain, but he couldn't move, and he also thought in his heart who the person in front of him was. It definitely couldn't be a ghost-killing team. Then it was a ghost. Thinking of this, Wu Zhen fell into fear, his face was unnatural, and his facial features were distorted. This expression really pleases me, the voice of the man in white was ethereal, as if he was far away, but he heard it clearly. Wait, this voice is no miserable ghost dance Suji, no miserable, that ghost king. Ghost my Suji didn't think much about it, but he was a little excited to look at Wu Chen's distorted face in fear. He likes the painful and helpless appearance of human beings, and the one in front of him is very suitable. Poof! In the center of Wu Chen's forehead, a ghost hand was inserted into it, and strangely the blood did not flow out, but only oozed out a little oozing. He's transfusing blood, Wu Chen said in his heart. He couldn't feel much pain, since he didn't appear miserably, he couldn't control his body. After about a second or two, Wu miserably withdrew his hand. The bloodless blood swept through Wu Chen's body, like a gushing flood, under this force. Wu Trace's cells, organs are destroyed, and recombined into new cells. Since you meet a living person in this place, it is also considered a fate, so you should become a string. There was a sharp pain in the eyes, and it was better under the strong recovery power of the ghost. The black pupil has golden words, winding, Qi. Chapter 2. After feeling the changes in my body, I suddenly have a desire for human flesh and blood, just like the hunger wolf craves for meat. The only difference is that what I desire is blood, and it is human blood. System, save me! Wu Chen shouted wildly in his heart. This kind of washing from reason, the blood of no misery has flowed into the whole body, and the mind will also be impacted. If I remember correctly, Wu Miserable divides the blood among others, and while others become stronger, life will also be controlled by Wu Miserable, and if you want you to die, let you die. Host, this is a test, and there is nothing I can do about it now. When the voice of the system came, Wu Chen knew that there was no hope, and he would really become a ghost. Why did the other traversers' systems start without misery, but I compromised? In the next second, a powerful force erupted from Wu Chen's body, and a trace of qi wave formed a circle and spread out around. But the strange thing is that the qi wave disappeared when it was not miserable. It's like a mud cow entering the sea. Oh, it seems to be good, came the miserable voice from the front, and Wu Chen did not dare to raise his head or think about it. Wu Chen remembered correctly, but he could listen to the voices of his subordinates. Wu Chen was half kneeling in embarrassment. Even if he had become a ghost, he still couldn't move on his body. His head had to be lowered temporarily, and he could only see the grassy ground. "What's your name?" said Wu Miserable, standing proudly, his body as straight as a white birch, a white suit and white leather shoes, and he looked like he was the only one in the world. Wu Chen heard Wu Miserable's arrogance and rudeness, but he did not dare to resist. Even if this Wu Miserable was a veritable coward, he should say it. He still had to say it. "Lord Hui, my name is Wu Chen." Wu Chen said a little tremblingly, "This cruel coercion is too strong." "Well, that's a good name. Wu Chen, well, tell you, my name is Wu Miserable, and I am also your master. Everything I say, you must obey unconditionally, understand?" Wu said fiercely. Two red glowing eyes looked at Wu Chen, and then moved away, wondering in his heart. Why can't I hear Wu Chen's heart? Did he not say it, or am I far away from him and my perception has weakened? Ding dong, I have blocked the prying eyes of the host, please rest assured. Wu Chen's body trembled, and he was finally a little useful. "Master Wu Miserable, what am I going to do?" Wu Chen looked at Wu Miserable walking towards him, his heart raised to his throat, and he quickly activated all the power he could unleash, and said it out in one mouthful. "It's clever, then you remember it for me. 1. Eat more people, make yourself stronger, get more blood from me. 2. The people who kill the ghost squad, especially the column. 3. Look for cyan flowers. You get the idea. That's true. It's you. Ghost my Suji is not miserable. When I get out of your control, I will kill you, wait. Let's go, Naruto sent me and the new members to Infinity City, the place where the final battle will be fought." Wu Chen heard that he was going to Infinite City, and his head was raised, and he was greeted by an elegant gentleman. It's just that the eyes are oozing red, the face is pale, and the aura is full. There was a ripple in the space. Wu Chen could barely remain serious, and he was panicked in his heart, and then looked at his hand, whether it was blue-gray or black, he couldn't tell the difference. Is this Infinity City? Chapter 3. Naruto, pass the other windings, I'm going to have a meeting. Wu Chen looked at the suspended building, exactly the same as when he chased Billy. And it's shocking, it's huge, and the doors float, and you won't know what's inside. Wu Mian said to the side, with a commanding tone that made Wu Chen disgusted, but he was helpless. Could it be that he said that he? No? Wait, as soon as I have the opportunity, I will run away, find Suzuo, and kill you together with Tanjiro, the son of destiny. A beautiful woman with long flowing black hair on her shoulders, and a black kimono that matches her very well and is also very temperamental. It's a pity, it's a ghost. Wu Chen sighed to himself, quite helpless, and, what did Wu Mian just say, gather all the strings, why? The space rippled, and after a while, 6 powerful forces came from all directions. The first to appear is Black Death Mao, with 6 eyes. People are in a trance for a long time, they are also terrible, and their strength is also strong without words. How terrifying a knife full of eyes is! The second is Tong Mo. His behavior of eating women specifically made Wu Chen dissatisfied when he watched it at that time, and what was even more hateful was that he also killed the butterfly Kane. Then there is the Hipso, who never eats women, is a very principled ghost, and specializes in becoming stronger by his own efforts. Advocating the strength is not to be underestimated. After that, the 3 ghosts came out together, Bantengu, Tamaki, and the prostitute Taro and Yakuheim. Wu Chen broke out in a cold sweat. How could he encounter this just at the beginning? Am I still not the most unlucky? Wu Chen was crazy in his heart, but he could only smile and greet him. Fortunately, there is a beautiful woman on the opposite side, Gigi, who is really beautiful and moving, is worthy of being the most beautiful ghost among ghosts, by the way, except for Yu Bin and Zhu Shi. That's right, the men in the upper string, besides the Zuza and Tong Mo, which one is like a human? The 6 ghosts said in unison, their tone full of respect, and they did not dare to have a peculiar tone. See Lord Wu miserable. Wu Chen also half knelt down, his fist on the ground, and his head bowed. And another. The ghosts were surprised, in addition to the winding and no misery, at most, Naruto can stay together, what else is there? His name is Wu Chen, the new Shangxian Qi. The sudden opposition made Wu miserable a little embarrassed. Lord Wu miserable, I disagree. Yu Woza said unhurriedly, his tone firm. Oh, why? Wu Mi was also interested, but there was still a vague coercion pressing towards the Kaiuza seat, and after a while, it was bleeding all over the place. Because Wu Wu and other ghosts are master-servant relationships, only with Black Death Mao is a cooperative relationship. He's too weak to qualify. In a word, the words are concise and clear. Wu Chen cursed angrily in his heart, killing people. Wu Chen, show your strength, don't make it difficult for me. Wu Zhan said to Wu Chen. Wu Chen's body became a little taller at this moment, straight 180 centimeters, his complexion was livid, his nails were long and sharp, and his eyes were 3 golden words, good, Lord Wu miserable. Wu Chen can feel that he has great power, can break mountains and rivers, and break stars. Chapter 4. It's a little different from just now, Lord Wu miserable, please let me have a discussion with him. The corners of the aggressive Kaiuza mouth rose and said excitedly. Such a strong desire to fight, of course I know that it is difficult to win the Kiwoza, but when he was on the infinite train, he killed my eldest brother. Wu Chen remembered that in the infinite train, the Kiwo seat beat Purgatory Kyo's hero all over his body, and even died. I have been sad for a long time, and this time I will fight to the death to get it back. Lord Wu miserable, I will fight. Wu Chen had an understanding of Wu miserable's character when he watched the Ghost Slayer blade, and he didn't like dragging and weak people. This can be seen when he kills the lower string, leaving only the lower string one. Miizi, who was glowing red without misery, looked at Wu Zhen and nodded, "Go. Naruto, arrange a ring for them." Misery and several other winders watched in a suitable place, a huge ring although it looked made of wood. But Wu Chen understood that this could never be ordinary. "Let's start." Lord Wu Wu was not in the mood to let them make introductions, and started directly. "Boy, you are unlucky when you meet me. I hate the weak, and you are the weak." The scowl face, strange eyes, and strange tattoo stripes make him even more fierce and fierce. "Come on, who wouldn't talk big?" Not to be outdone, Wu Chen made a verbal attack. Destroying and killing Luo Needle is very arrogant, and does not use big moves at the beginning, but uses relatively simple to deal with Wu Chen, which can really be described as killing chickens with a cow knife. A 12-horned snowflake array appeared in the Kiwo seat, and it was full of terrifying fighting chi above and below, and now he could know Wu Chen's movements, and his attacks would be accurate. Of course, Wu Chen knows that the core of the Zoe Blood Demon technique is the Blood Demon technique. Okay. Blood Demon technique. Blood Doppelganger. Wu Zhen swiped his hand with his sharp claws, a few drops of blood flowed out, quickly deformed, and finally transformed into the appearance of Wu Zhen, the kind that his mother couldn't recognize when she came. Carving insect trick, sabotage killing, chaotic style. Yu Woza snorted coldly, his eyes were full of disdain, and he struck Wu Chen at an extremely high speed. The aftermath after the Blood Demon technique was interrupted was still destructive, and the powerful force was enough to make Wu Chen's doppelganger disappear. And to the surprise of the other ghosts, Wu Mark was not injured. "Hehe, I've been studying you for a long time, am I still unclear about your moves?" Blood Ghost Art Bloodless Abyss. A pile of meat mud appeared around Wu Mark, dark and without a trace of blood. Wu Mark does not care whether it is disgusting or not, the sense of oppression brought by the Kiwo seed is very strong. The endless meat mud blocked out the blows of the Unest Za, and the aftermath completely dissipated with the meat puree. "It's disgusting." This upper string can also be regarded as having a hand, and it can block the blow of the upper string. Gigi furrowed her beautiful eyebrows and continued to look. "Oh, this Blood Demon technique is really rare, and on the first day as a ghost, you can summon such a powerful Blood Demon technique. Anyway, there are only 3 ways to kill ghosts: sunlight, sunwheel knife, and wisteria flower. But it is very difficult for wisteria flowers to kill the winding. Of course, special points can be devoured, and it can be regarded as killing ghosts. Destruction Foot Killing Style Crown First Cut, Destruction Killing Foot Style Flowing Flash Group Light, Destruction Killing Foot Style Flying Star Thousand Wheels. The fierce attacks of Blood Demon Magic Broken Sound, Blood Demon Art Phantom 1000 Kills and Blood Demon Technique Rotation 1000 Rounds caused the ring to have a crack that stretched for 10 meters, and Wu Chen's hand was directly burst and his head was also hit hard, but the Zoe seat failed. He was also not happy, his shoulder was bloodied, his foot was kicked off, he won the fight, but he also lost. Well, no one has any objections now. Wu miserably stopped the match between Wu Chen and Yu Wozao. Anyway, the purpose has been achieved. Next time, I have no objection. Kai Wu Zao's injury will soon heal, and the same Wu Mark will also heal. I have to say that the recovery of the winding is extremely strong, and it is good that such a serious injury is so fast. No objection. The rest of the winders said in unison that Wu Chen had proven himself. The system prompts that the host successfully obtains the winding approval, and the reward becomes a human once. Chapter 5. Can I become a human? Said Wu Chen in his heart. Surrounded by boss-level characters, he should be careful. Yes, your main identity is a ghost, and it is a winding chi. Remember, you are still under the control of Wu Xiao. The system poured cold water. No, why? Why did you go before? All ran in front of me. Wu Chen thought of the strength of Wu Chen and the fear at that time, and his heart was uncomfortable and uncomfortable. Well, I didn't expect you to be so unlucky, I didn't expect you to be so unlucky at the beginning, I was afraid that I would intervene, but I hurt you, so I went offline. The dark system replied. Well, it's kind of conscientious. Wu Chen, since there are no objections, you have officially become a Shangqian. Oh, don't betray me. Wu Miserable was still a snow-white suit, with narrow eyes and a terrifying red light, thin lips lightly pursed, and spoke. Although Wu Mian did not say it too radically, he still exerted a strong coercion, and Wu Xian's whole body was in severe pain, and his skin was instantly shattered. Drip, drip. Wu Chen's blood flowed wildly, his arm cracked, and his bones were exposed. Giving me a horsepower also limits my ability to recover. Wu Chen wanted to recover, but it was impossible. Wu Mi did not agree, his life was in his hands. Follow the teachings, please rest assured. Wu Chen held back the pain, his blue-gray face was covered with cold sweat, and his eyes looked at the ground with fear. By the way, haven't you found the cyan flower yet? Wu Wei looked at the upper string 1 to the upper string Lu, as for Wu Xian, he didn't think about it, what can he know when he just came? The air seems to condense, the upper string 1 and the upper string are okay, and the upper string 3 does not feel afraid until the upper string Lu. The pupils in the eyes contracted, and the golden eyes blinked and closed again. Pray to Lord Wu Miserable, we didn't find it, please forgive the time, I believe that if you keep looking for it, you will definitely find it. The 5 ghosts said in unison. Wu Zhen despised, this is really how much unity there is, but unfortunately, it is far worse than the ghost-killing team. Okay, no next time. Let's all stand down. Phew, I finally came out, fortunately it's dark now, just right, my injuries should all recover. Wu Chen listened and retreated, and was sent by Naruto to the starting point of Infinite City. After Wu Zhen and Wu Miserable were separated, the injury immediately recovered, broken bones, lack of flesh, good and fast, it was completely instantaneous. Nasty crumb boss, ONI my Suji is not miserable, when I develop, the first one will ask for your old life. Okay, okay. System, you are right, I can call Wu Miserable by his full name. Of course, you can now not only call Misery by your full name, but also make Misery miserable unable to hear your heart. The system's proud answer made Wu Chen very happy, he could actually let Wu miserably not hear his heart's words. Host, you have a newbie package, please ask if you want to claim it, limited to 1 minute. 60,59. Open, open. Don't take advantage of the cheap, Wang Big. Wu Chen saw that the countdown was almost over, and directly shouted to stop. Congratulations to the host, open the package. Gain the physical strength of basking in the sun, and the H knife of the day wheel knife will become a human in 4 hours. Ooh, great! I know that ghosts' resilience comes from energy, but ghosts are afraid of sunlight. Host, you are so stupid, you just become a human and then sunbathe. Chapter 6. Is it snowing? Asked Wu Zhen as he looked around at the snowy surroundings, and he had been here for a day. No way, who let me come back from Infinite City, it didn't take long for dawn, and my arm turned to ash as soon as it touched the sun. Wu Chen could only hide for the time being and entered the cave on the side. If I didn't become a person for a short time, I would have directly become a person, basking in the sun, envious of death. Wu Chen's arm healed quickly, and he said in his heart with severe pain. Host, your first level interface has been built, do you want to check it now? The dark system prompted, and a huge high-tech barrier surrounded Wu Chen. Is it so advanced? Okay, check it out now. Has been loaded for the host. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shang Xian Qi Possession Item, Nikki Deo Hideo has a Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Streak Break, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, Evil Ghost Stand-In. Status, under control. The rest of the information must be processed by the host itself. I'll deal with it myself, deal with a ghost. I'm still under the control of Misery? No, it seems that I have to find Zhu Shi for help. But how do I find Zhu Shi? To know Yu Shilang's eyes, but even Wu Shilang can be confused. What strength do I have to find? Wu Chen smiled helplessly, thought of something in a trance, patted his brain, and said happily. Why am I so stupid? If you want to find Suzuo, you only need to follow Tanjiro. Host, now that the plot has just begun, you are not far from the Tanjiro family right now. The system prompts that the high-tech barrier has also been transformed. I saw Tanjiro carrying firewood and waving goodbye to his family. The snow was heavy, and the cute Yubin carried Rokuta to say goodbye to his brother gently. It's a happy family. Wait, isn't this the scene of the first episode of Ghost Slayer, that is, tonight? Wu Chen glanced at Tanjiro's home. After becoming a ghost, his eyesight was very good, definitely above 5.2. The wind and snow were very strong and I couldn't see it clearly. I saw a teenager wearing a green and black plaid coat, with red hair, carrying a large bag of coal, walking out of the blizzard and going to town. Tanjiro, I'm sorry, if I can't save your family, then I will do my best to save your sister, Yubin. Wu Chen waited quietly. He now had the desire to eat people. His heart was very uncomfortable, recovering from his injuries and consuming his physical strength. And after turning into a ghost himself, he hasn't eaten people yet. Host, you can now become a human, the time is controllable, don't worry, has been calculated to recover physical strength, only need to bask in the sun for 10 minutes. The system turned off the screen and spoke. Okay, quick, only 10 minutes, don't use more. Okay, requesting permission. The request succeeds and begins to become human. A dazzling white light flashed. Wu Chen successfully changed back to a person, still wearing in the world of the Ghost Slayer blade. Fortunately, there was no one around, and I didn't know if I didn't know, otherwise. 10 minutes timed. Wu Chen said to the system, and at the same time, his body also changed, and he kind of wanted to go to the Sunday. Okay, please hurry up. Note, after the host becomes a human, it does not have the strength of a ghost. Please be careful. The system shows a big red exclamation mark. Well, while there is still time, let's go meet Tanjiro. Chapter 7. Do you want to buy some charcoal? Is it enough? Said Tanjiro to his mother-in-law in front of him, carrying a bag of charcoal. Tanjiro gave me some charcoal, and thank you for changing the paper and pulling the window for me before. Give me some charcoal too, said passerby A and passerby B happily when they saw Tanjiro coming. Heavy snow paves the ground white, and the wooden loft interprets the variety of the world. Wu Chen watched from a distance. This scene was exactly the same as the plot of the Ghost Slayer blade. Of course, he didn't waste time changing into a human and kept standing in the Sunday. It's so exciting to see a living Tanjiro in reality for the first time. After Wu Chen became a human, his body also weakened, and now it is a cold winter, and it is very cold. Wu Chen rubbed his hands. He didn't wear much clothes, just a thin one, and then take a closer look. There should be time. Tanjiro was now wearing a blue towel, his brown-red hair was dazzling, and there was a light grey marking-like mark on his left forehead. This Tanjiro looks a little short, is it not enough nutrition? Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro, everyone else seemed to be a little taller than him. Tanjiro, are you free at this time? An old man wrapped in a grey and white turban asked Tanjiro politely. There was a large pile of luggage around him. Tanjiro, don't worry, I'll keep your sister. Wu Chen noticed that the sky was beginning to darken, and looked at the innocent, kind Tanjiro said seriously. Hey, hello, why do you wear so little on such a cold day? At this time, a passerby passed by Wu Chen, looked at it, and asked plainly. Oh, I'll leave in a moment, and soon it'll not be cold. Wu Chen is a stirring spirit, it seems that he still has to be cautious. Tanjiro, you live at Grandpa Saburo's house. Wu Jin, who had turned back into a ghost, stood on a shaded treetop and watched Tanjiro enter the house. An oppressive aura came from Tanjiro's house, and he looked very fashionable wearing a blood-red suit and a black top hat. "Oh, why, aren't you afraid of me?" looked at the family in front of him, without the slightest pity, only coldly looking at his eyes like a poisonous snake. "Well, it's worthy of that person," hiss. Wu Miserable constantly released the pressure. "You must know that the pressure of the Ghost King is very great. Aoiji of the stove door is in the front. I have to say that the stove door Hanako, the stove gate Takeo, the stove door Shigeru, and the stove door sixth wife are really brave, and want to push away their mother and face it alone. It's so cute, it's a pity that you all have to die." Wu Miserable looked at the warm scene in front of him, and disgust appeared in his heart. That guy has been dead for 400 years, and he makes these people disgust me. What Wuxian likes to see is the distorted expression of the person in fear, and this is hitting him in the face. "Who are you?" The stove door sunflower branch is under great pressure, and she can better know how strong the ghost in front of her is. He's definitely not human. Aoiji remembered the past, and understood that no one could stop him now. "Don't, Mom, we're not afraid." The children said in unison that at this time, they had no fear, only a passion. The killing begins. Misery finally showed a narrow and flattering eye, bubbling red light, and did not use blood ghost magic. "For this group of people, no. Run away!" Aoiji shouted, blocked Wu Mi with his body, and in just a moment, he fell down, and his body lay in a pool of blood. Yu Bin endured his grief and ran out with the sixth wife, and the rest of the children rushed forward, trying to buy time for Yu Bin, but everything was in vain. Chapter 8. After Wu Chen turned back into a ghost, he was very fast, and he rushed to Tanjiro's house in the blink of an eye. Originally he was a road idiot. But the miserable breath is too special, and Shuntang found it. "Is there only Yu Bin left? It seems to be providence." Wu Chen stepped on the snow, facing the bloody scene. He should have vomited, but because of the influence of being a ghost, he became excited. Note: please keep the host calm. Your main identity is a ghost, and you can restore your strength by eating people. If you lack physical strength, you will enter a state of rage, and you will eat when you see people. System: don't say it. I will control myself. I will not eat people like you beans. Wu Chen said a few words in his heart, but he was still very nervous. "Oh, Shangxiankai, what are you doing here?" said Wuxian, who looked at the half-kneeling Shangxiankai puzzled, and the blood on his hands disappeared after a while. "The house has been destroyed." Wu Miserable standing in front of the house. For Wu Miserable, what is the fate of a person? "Lord Qi Wu Miserable, I am near here, and I came over after feeling your breath, my lord." "Master Wu Wu, kill chickens and use ox knives, why bother you?" Wu Chen beat the. Since he couldn't fight it, he would go guerrilla warfare and take his time. Wu Chen's blue face entered Yudu's eyes under the reflection of the snow, with two horns on his head and extremely long inky hair. "Host, pay attention to the image. You can make it look better, except for Bantendog, Jade Kettle, and Prostitute Taro. I am afraid that no one can compare to your beauty." The system mocked for the first time, and said in Wu Chen's heart, without the slightest embarrassment. "I just came to this world, and I became a string as soon as I came, not quite yet, and it will change later." Wu Chen explained in his heart, but his expression did not dare to change. "Well, I was negligent. This last one will be killed by you." Wu Miserable stared at Wu Chen, and then moved his gaze to Yu Bin, the corners of his mouth hooked. "This is not miserable, it is too vicious. I must cut off your head fiercely." Wu Chen's heart was anxious like an ant in a hot pot, mainly because he couldn't beat it without misery. "Lord Wu Miserable, you see, this family is dead, it is not good to leave only her, it is indeed time to reunite them. However, I have a better strategy. I don't know if Lord Wu Miserable can listen to it." "A better strategy," said. A pressure rushed towards Wu Chen, no misery, but a monster that had survived for thousands of years, and his heart was full of scheming. Master Wu miserable, if this person is killed, it is useless, it is better to turn her into a ghost. Wu Chen said with a calculation in his heart. Anyway, the plot of the Ghost Slayer blade is also to make Yu Bin become a ghost, which can be regarded as fulfilling his wish to destroy the ghost. The cyan flower is not moving, he has waited for 400 years, survived to death, and finally almost overcame the sun. Is this possible? Absolutely not. Hiss, hiss. Burst. Wu Chen's body immediately split apart, and blood instantly flowed out, which surprised Yu Bin. Aren't they in a gang? Before you finished thinking about it, you couldn't move yourself. Accept my gift. Chapter 9. The miserable blood flowed into Yuduza's body along the miserable white fingers. Yuduza seemed to want to resist. 6 but he was too weak, and Wu Chen was also a little worried. You know, not everyone has the physique to become a ghost. Although Wu Chen knows the plot, who can guarantee that there will be no accidents? It seems that Wu used the blood demon technique. Wu Chen speculated that Wu Chen's injuries also recovered quickly. After all, there was no need for no tragedy and no restrictions. After about 3 minutes, your bean still did not wake up, and there was no change in your body. Wu lost his patience, gave Wu Chen's order, and returned to Infinity City. Well, you are not miserable, leave a mess, let me clean up, you are also a cowman. Wu Chen cursed after watching Wu miserable leave. Well, it's good to leave without misery, if I stay all the time, I won't be able to do it, no. Wu Chen walked over, your beans fell in a pool of blood, his lovely face was full of blood, and his body hugged Liu Tai tightly. Look at this day, I'm afraid it's going to be dawn. The sky in the distance gradually turned white, and the snow around it piled up one after another, and the situation in the house was more heart-wrenching than in the anime. The few-years-old child was brutally killed, and Aziz's body was a little stiff, and it was difficult for her to hide her beautiful face after death. It's a pity, this is really miserable, I don't know how to pity Xiang Xiu. After Wu Chen checked the situation, he shook his head. Now the most important thing is Yu Bin. I'd better go first, Tanjiro will come in a while. Wu Zhen changed his appearance, the one before was too ugly. The cyan face is simply a shadow of life, oh no, it should be a ghost shadow. Yu Bin, just wait, I'll find you again during the day. Wu Chen didn't know if Yu Bin heard it, and after covering his traces, he flashed away. The reason why you can only save Bean in this way is that the protagonist is too weak now, and there will be a hint later. When happiness is destroyed, there will always be the smell of blood. Tanjiro's nose is particularly sensitive, and he smells it from afar, worried that something has happened at home, and immediately runs to the house. Drink, what's wrong? Tanjiro ran over, your beans and Rokuta were covered in blood, but Yu Bin still kept protecting Rokuta. Tread, tread. Snap. Tanjiro put his hand on the doorbar, and the scene inside made him unforgettable. Mom, Hanako. Takeo, Shigeru. You, Tanjiro. Tanjiro had collapsed, his pupils were trembling, and his body was paralyzed from the blow. Is it a bear that has not been hibernated? Yu Bin still have body temperature, and there should be salvation. Tanjiro ran fast, the earrings of the Nikki were shaking, the temperature was very low, and Tanjiro's lungs were tingling with every step he ran. Oh, is Tanjiro already here? Wu Chen's ability to hide on the basis of ghosts is still very easy. Fortunately, today is cloudy and there is no sun, otherwise Tanjiro would have killed your bean with his own hands. Wu Chen looked at the changes in the sky, although there was light, as long as it was not a strong sunlight. Ah! Yu Bin was in the corner when Tanjiro suddenly attacked, twisted violently, Tanjiro did not stabilize and fell. It's okay, it's good that there is thick snow. Wu Chen couldn't help but muttered as he watched Tanjiro fall onto the snow. Tanjiro reacted quickly and looked around for your beans. Your bean is now standing in a strange state, with his hair scattered and his face bruised. Don't move, Bean, I'll take you to town and heal you. Tanjiro ran towards Yudo without panicking. How has your Bean's body become bigger? Tanjiro was pressed down by your Bean, and after feeling your Bean getting bigger, he said, his hand tightly grasped the axe, and the axe was also bitten by your Bean. It must be painful. This happened while I wasn't there. Come on, Bean, you're not a cannibal. Tears welled up in your Bean's eyes, dripping down, and suddenly a handsome man with a knife slashed at you Bean with a superb sword technique. Ugh! Chapter 10. Tomioka Yoshiyuki is finally here. By the way, what did that bastard let me do? Wu Chen scratched his head and pretended to have amnesia. Tanjiro has a very sensitive sense of smell, smells the dangerous smell, and with a fierce heart, he pushes the bean away and resists it alone. Tomioka Yoshiyuki's knife was still a little off, and he cut off a few hairs of Tanjiro. The ghost killing team has a rule that if you see a man-eating ghost, you will kill, but people cannot kill, but they are only responsible for chopping the neck of the ghost. The ultimate goal is to kill Oni Maisuji no Misery. That ghost king Tanjiro is also clever, his head is tilted, his feet are slipping, and he holds Yubian, but for a while, the strength is not grasped well. Chi rolled towards a large tree, and Tanjiro was almost knocked unconscious. Tomioka Yoshiyuki felt strange. What was he doing? It seemed to be to protect this ghost, but just now the ghost wanted to eat him. Why are you protecting her? Do you know what she is? Tomioka Yoshiyuki stood up straight, and at this moment Tanjiro was a powerful existence in his heart. My sister, she's my sister. A gust of snow came, blocking the view, and disappeared after a while. She's a ghost, you forgot, you just almost got eaten. Tomioka Yoshiyuki interrupted Tanjiro and roared. I have also seen people who have become ghosts, and when they are extremely hungry, even their biological parents will eat it, because the nutritional value of their relatives is high. Tomioka Yoshiyuki didn't have so much time to rush towards Yudo, and the speed was so fast that Tanjiro seemed to feel something and hugged Yudoko. Well, empty. Tanjiro didn't feel Yudoko's body, and was worried, looking towards the man. Your Bean's hands are tightly grasped by it, and there is a sharp knife around his neck. I am a ghost hunter, and my mission is to cut off the head of the ghost, and in the same way, I will also cut off the head of your sister. Tomioka Yoshiyuki's eyes were sharp, his right hand was raised high, and the knife was crossed. Don't take my precious one from me, your Beans are my last relatives. Tanjiro knelt down and pleaded with Tomioka Yoshiyuki, tears in his eyes. Please release her, she's my sister, she hasn't eaten anyone. She has 2 other different smells in my house, it should be that they killed my family. I don't care, she is a ghost now, and she can't become a human after becoming a ghost. Why are you kneeling like this? Why are you letting me see my back? This behavior of yours means that I can kill your sister. Tomioka Yoshiyuki finally stabbed a cold knife into the chest of your Bean. What are you doing? Wu Chen finally couldn't do anything, and came out after becoming a human. Although a little abrupt, it also managed to stop Tomioka's attack. Tomioka Yoshiyuki glanced at it. It was a human. Why did he appear here? A gust of wind and snow blew through, temporarily obscuring the view. Tanjiro was worried about the safety of your Bean, and immediately rushed over and took back the axe. Pick up a rock and throw it at Tomioka, who controls your Beans with one hand and easily blocks the attack with a knife in his right hand. Stupid. It's too simple to attack with an axe, so laissez-faire. Tanjiro rushed to Tomioka Yoshiyuki, with his hands behind his back. Tomioka Yoshiyuki roared in disdain, and directly hit Tanjiro with his elbow, and Tanjiro then fainted. Wait, what about the axe? Tomioka didn't notice the axe and wondered. Wu, who the axe spun in the air and headed towards Tomioka. Thanks to Tomioka's rich combat experience, his head quickly deflected and narrowly dodged. Host, why can't you get on it? The system asked after seeing that Wu Chen only said a word. No hurry, No hurry, this is what Yu Bin must do. If Yu Bin hadn't gone to protect Tanjiro, Tomioka Yoshiyuki wouldn't have let them go to Takizakenji. Wu Chen replied confidently, and finally did not make a move. Chapter 11. He threw his axe over me as he rushed at me, and then put his hands behind his back. It seems that he knows that he can't beat me and wants to defeat me in this way. Tomioka Yoshiyuki was a little shocked, such a smart person. Yu Bin's eyes gradually became bright, and when he saw Tanjiro fall, his green tendons burst out. Freed from Tomioka's shackles, he rushed towards Tanjiro under his shocked and worried gaze. Tomioka Yoshiyuki looked at Yu Bin's hand and leaned towards Tanjiro's head and made this definition. No, 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 this is the best chance to make Tomioka make up his mind not to kill Yu Bin's. Fortunately, it was Tomioka Yoshiyuki who he met, and if he had encountered the Wind Pillar Immortal Kawashia, it might not be like this. Wu Chen had seen the Ghost Slayer blade, and naturally knew Tomioka Yoshiyuki's thoughts, so he said in his heart that it would not be good if Tomioka Yoshiyuki heard it. His Yu Bin did not fulfill Tomioka Yoshiyuki's wish, opened his hands, blocked in front of Tanjiro, and grinned at Tomioka Yoshiyuki, intimidating him. Yu Bin's. Wu Chen was sad. When did I have someone, ghost, so good to me? Yu Bin took the initiative to attack, roared, extremely fast. Tomioka Yoshiyuki understood that this brother and sister may really be different. 0.1s retracted the knife, and at the moment when Yu Bin jumped up and grabbed his claws, his hand quickly opened into a knife shape to knock him unconscious. Is this the end of it? Wu Chen watched Tanjiro and the cute bean fall on the snow, inexplicably feeling a little uncomfortable. I saw Tomioka Yoshiyuki carefully put a bamboo tube on Yu Bin, and since then Yu Bin has removed all the lines. Then he put Tanjiro and Yu Bin together, and thoughtfully put down his cloak to protect himself from the cold. Knife mouth tofu heart, Tomioka Yoshiyuki, how can you be hated like this? Wu Zhen's heart was also very moved. This is simply a warm man. Who are you, why are you here, and why do you want me to stop? When Wu Chen was still stunned, Tomioka Yoshiyuki flashed in front of Wu Zhen and asked. My name is Wu Chen, I came when I heard the sound of fighting here, and as soon as I arrived here, I saw you bullying girls, of course I called you to stop. You are not hated, I know that you are a good person when I see what you do to their brothers and sisters, right? Wu Chen did not panic, and said to Tomioka Yoshiyuki, his face was not red. Host, congratulations on completing the hidden mission, advancing the plot, and successfully increasing Tomioka's favorability of you to 70, which is now a special reward. A Blood Demon Art Evolution Agent can strengthen the Blood Demon Art you have mastered, and your strength will be doubled. The title of Daywalker, permanent, which can become a human during the day, has no time limit, and is counted as night. System, Dark System Host, Wu Mark Race, Ghost Identity, Shangxian Qi Possession Item, Nikki Deo Ahi Deo, Blood Ghost Art Evolution Agent 1 has Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Broken Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Rotation 1000 Wheels, Evil Ghost Stand-In. Title, Daywalker Status, No Mercy Control. This level interface has become advanced again. Wu Chen looked at the golden font and sighed. You better go far, there is something in this world that you can't deal with. Tomioka Yoshiyuki regarded Wu Chen as an ordinary person who had no ability to protect himself, and reminded him kindly. Chapter 12. In the darkness, Tanjiro lies on his back on the ground, and the soul state of the Stove Gate Aiji, the Stove Gate Hanako, the Stove Gate Takeo, the Stove Gate Shigeru, and the Stove Gate Rokuta are by his side. Aida half crouched and said gently to Tanjiro, who was in a coma. Tanjiro, I'm sorry to leave you, your bean will please you. Then Tanjiro woke up, opened his eyes, and saw Yu Bin asleep. Great, your beans are okay. Tanjiro was happy in his heart, and grabbed Yu Bin's clothes. Well, it's true. By the way, where did that handsome man run? Wake up! Tomioka Yoshiyuki said briefly, it's really worth $1,000. He's still there. Tanjiro thought he would hurt Yubian and protected Yubian tightly. Okay, I'm not going to kill her, remember, your sister may become a human, she is indeed a different ghost. Maybe those ghosts have a way to make your sister human, but they won't tell you, because the weak don't have the power to choose. Go to MT Saoki to find an old man named Takizuoji and tell him that Tomioka Yoshiyuki asked you to come, and naturally there will be the answer you want. As soon as Tomioka finished speaking, it was gone in the blink of an eye. Good guy, the once-in-a-lifetime flash was used by you to pretend, what a cow. Wu Chen saw Tomioka Yoshiyuki's passionate speech, and then he actually flashed, and he couldn't help but bury a sentence in his heart. You are? Asked Tanjiro curiously, looking at Wu Ji on the side. Not wearing much clothes, not showing the slightest sign of cold, what a strange man. Well, he still smells of kindness. Hello, I'm Wu Chen, let's go to the narrow fog mountain, it won't be long before it's going to be dark. Wu Mark briefly introduced himself, and urged Tanjiro to take you beans to go, otherwise it will be dark for a while, and I won't be able to become an adult. Oh, thank you. Yes, let's go. What a blessing it is to be able to walk with Tanjiro. Wu Chen showed a smile, and then reminded Tanjiro. Remember, don't expose your sister to the sun, understand? Why? Ghosts are most afraid of the sun, and as long as they stay in the sun, they will disappear. Wu Chen replied patiently, and then led the way in front. Oh, thank you. Tanjiro walked away with Yubian on his back and Wu Chen. Can you sell me the back and straw of your side, bamboo? Tanjiro said to the old man working in the field, it is daytime, and I want to walk with you beans during the day. You bean, I will definitely turn you into a human being, and I will also kill the murderers of my family. No need, the back is a little broken, bamboo and straw are also given to you. No, I only have these copper plates. Tanjiro shoved the money into the old man's hand, and the huge strength made the old man overwhelmed. I met a pair of brothers and sisters whose family members were killed by ghosts, and my sister became ghosts, but in them, there is a different smell than others. After judgment, my sister will not eat people, please take him as an apprentice. I know this request is a bit excessive, please bear with me. Takizo recently got the letter, read it, read the next arrow step, swoosh extremely fast, there is no footsteps. Chapter 13. It's too dangerous, stay all night, and leave tomorrow. A sweet-looking woman watched as Tanjiro was heading up the mountain, busily reminding her. It's okay, I'm leaving now, thank you for your concern. Tanjiro looked at the sky, it was already dark, and thanked the woman. A lot of people have disappeared recently, you must pay attention to safety, the woman reminded patiently, her beautiful eyes full of worry. Well, definitely, I'm leaving. Tanjiro set off toward the dimly lit woods with his back on his back. As for Wu Chen. Brother Wu Chen, do you really want to leave? Tanjiro was surprised that Wu Chen was leaving, he was fine during the day, how could he leave at night? If Wu Chen knew what Tanjiro was thinking, he would definitely complain about the system. Dark system, you are also true, ghosts appear almost all at night, you only let me become a human infinitely during the day. But the time to become a person at night is only 3 hours and 50 minutes. How do I kill a ghost? Reminder, host, it's about to get dark, does it consume the transformation time, remaining time, 3 hours and 50 minutes. Dark system prompt. Gave Wu Chen a stumbling. Forget it, find a reason to slip away. Tanjiro, I'm going first, there is still something to do. Wu Jilin made a move to leave, but Tanjiro looked at Wu Mark puzzled, the narrow fog mountain is in front of him, how did he go? Tanjiro, you have to remember that only by becoming stronger can you save your sister, understand? System, lift the change, I still have to go back, otherwise the old guy will be suspicious. Yes, unchangeable, permission application in progress. The application was approved. System prompt. Several large red fonts are displayed on the screen. Wu Chen ran very fast, ran away in the blink of an eye, and then turned into a ghost and returned to the previous place. If I remember correctly, Wu Miao will take me to Infinity City. Yes, I'm going to get stronger, I'd better go in by myself, said Tanjiro to the beans in his back. Go, you bean, it's evening, you can come out. There is a temple in the distance. Well, it's not good, it smells of blood, someone must have been injured. Go, you bean, let's go and see. Tanjiro took Yodoko's hand and set off towards the temple that smelled thick with blood. Lord Wumi, you are here. Wu Chen was half kneeling on the ground, and in front of him was an elegant man in a suit, it was Ghost Mai Suji Wu Wu. Okay, let's go. Go to Infinity City. Naruto, send us back. The voice of the miserable order was still so tough, and Wu Chen also followed very consciously. Wu Chen, tell me, this ghost. Can it become a human? Wu Chen's terrifying voice like an ancient beast pressed towards Wu Chen, and this question also made Wu Chen's heart panic. The surrounding winders were taken aback. What? I definitely didn't expose it, this is a radical method. Don't you believe me? Lord Wu miserable, as far as I know, this is impossible, and if there is, then there is only one possibility. Wu Chen deliberately paused. Say it quickly. Wu Wei spat out a word concisely, and Wu Chen's body cracked again. Chapter 14. Lord Wu Miao, one of them may be taking the cyan flower, maybe it can, but this is just my guess. Wu Chen said with a miserable appetite, and his heart was 7 up and 8 down. If Wu Wu killed me at this time, it would be effortless. Well, it's kind of brainy, yes, that's right, whether I can become a perfect creature depends on the cyan flower. Wu miserable also relieved the pressure and lifted the restrictions on Wu Chen's resilience. Wu Chen, ask you again, why did I dream that you became a human? Wu miserable rubbed his head, his blood-red eyes stared at Wu Chen, and he was also taken aback when he dreamed, so what happened now? Oh, it turned out to be a dream. Wu Chen is an old fried stick in the 21st century, and it is not easy to fool the untouched misery of the online world. Lord Wu miserable, there is an old saying that thinks day and dreams at night. It is estimated that Lord Wu wants to overcome the sun too much, and humans can bask in the sun unscrupulously. It just so happens that you are more impressed with me, which is why I dreamed of this scene. Wu Chen said very sincerely, and his actions were not the slightest abnormal, which can be regarded as deceiving Wu Wu. Oh, too, it seems that the cyan flower has to send a ghost hand to find it. Wu Wu's cold white face turned Wu Chen, looked at Shang Xian-1, and then shook his head again, and turned to look at Shang Xian-Yi to Shang Xian-Lu. Humph, are they all rice buckets? It's been hundreds of years, let you go to find the cyan flower, what happened? The matter of the cyan flower will be left to you, you must find it and give it to me, understand? Yes, Lord Qiuwuxi, I have a reluctant request, and I hope you agree. Wu Chen was also a miserable confidant, so he reluctantly spoke. Say. Lord Wuxiao, I can't enter Infinite City by myself, and please give me this permission. Wu Chen was also speechless, he was a Shanky but he couldn't enter Infinite City by himself, but it was really strange. Naruto, leave this to you, I'll go first. Wu Miao said to Naruto on the side, and disappeared directly. Okay. Another flash. Naruto stopped teasing the lute in her hand and unexpectedly grabbed her snow-white hand. A drop of blood oozed out of it, as if opening a navigation, and flew into Wu Chen's body. Congratulations to the host, every murderer, reward absolute time 5 hours. Breath of Darkness unlocked. Currently available for the Ichino type, Shadow Kill. Introduction, hide all traces and deliver powerful blows to enemies in an instant. The reminder of the system made Wu Chen breathe a sigh of relief. It seems that there is no danger, and he also unlocked his breath, which is really good. Mr. Wu Chen, you can summon me wherever you are now. Welcome to your arrival. Naruto rarely spoke. This voice is so good, no wonder Wu Miserable wants to let her be his secretary. Well, thanks. Send me out now. Wu Chen was still waiting to leave. Wait, Wu Mark stayed, I'll tell you something. A sudden sound broke the silence, and this voice was exactly the one that was on the wind, the nest seat. Well, is there something wrong? Wu Chen heard the tone without malice, and also let go, turning his head to signal that he would not go out first. Wu Wuzhen flashed in front of the Kiwo Zhao, just wanted to ask something. The right hand of the Kiwo seat suddenly hooked Wu Chen, his mouth was very close to Wu Chen's ear, and he whispered, his voice was very small. As if he didn't want other ghosts to know. Don't fight or don't know each other, now that you are gone, you can be my sparring partner. Nope. You shouldn't eat women, added the third brother, who was wearing a purple-red short shirt, with rosaries on his ankles, and countless dark blue tattoos representing sinners, actually said this to me? Interesting, interesting. Of course. Let's go to meet Tong Mo together. The ghost who specializes in eating women. What are you talking about? Hit him, great, go. Wu Chen remembered Tong Mo's sin, he killed the butterfly Kane, and finally ate the butterfly shinobi, so he was also very uncomfortable in his heart. Chapter 15. Naruto, teleport us to the 10,000 Worlds Blissful Sect. Yawosa said to Naruto, who nodded, slowly closed her eyes, and played the lute. Her voice was very distant. The other windings are long gone. Oh, Rare, how come you have time to come to me? Tong Mo showed a harmless smile, with colorful eyes, and a white oak-like hair color that made Wu Chen a little confused. Kai Wuzi sat down directly, his eyes full of desire to fight, and his voice mixed with a trace of anger. Nothing, I'm looking for you. Oh, haha, that's interesting. Tong Mo was also careless and said with a smile. Tong Mo's weapon is also quite powerful, golden iron fan, the fan is engraved with lotus patterns. The edge of the fan is as sharp as a blade, and when swinged, ice crystals with Tong Mo vampire poison will be scattered. It seems that this battle is the key to my own strength, and let's see how powerful Tong Mo is. Okay, wait for me to find a place. It just so happens that my muscles have not been active for a long time. Haha. Tong Mo first let the believers on the side leave, so as not to get in the way here. Let's go. Tong Mo moved quickly, and Wu Chen could barely see the shadow clearly. Go. The Kiwo seat put his hand on Wu Chen's shoulder, and in a few breaths, the scene in front of him changed. Host, you have a new task, do you want to check it? There was an envelope on the first level interface, and Wu Xingxin opened it directly. Mission release. Please rush to MT Seiki by 8 AM tomorrow morning to get the approval of Taki Zuoji and participate in the ghost killing team selection. Hint, there are only 4 hours left until 8 AM tomorrow. There are still 3 hours until dawn, please hurry up. Okay, no problem. Wu Chen replied in his heart, his eyes flashing with golden light, and the numbers showed the upper string. The hyptic nest also directly shows its own number winding. Haha, come on, the colorful eyes reflected the string of Tong Mo, took out his trademark harmless smile, and nodded to Wu Chen. Destruction kill, foot, flying star Xinwei nest is the first to strike, carrying out continuous kicks that entangle the turbulent current. The trajectory is confusing, like a wandering meteor, and the power is huge. Oh, a little excited. Tong Mo said provocatively to the third brother. The iron fan in his hand flew out, extremely fast, like a twinkling meteor. Blood Ghost Art, Phantom 1000 kills quickly attacks the target 1000 times, causing extensive damage, and the main attack is with his hands. Blood Demon Technique Lotus Leaf Ice creates lotus-like ice by swinging the opposite fan, which can freeze the skin and tear the air in the lungs just by touching the freezing air. Fortunately, now I am a ghost, and this poison is ineffective against myself. Wu Chen felt the poison and cold brought by the ice, only trembled slightly, and then punched out the move. Destruction Kill, Shattered Style. Wan Yi Shining Willow Kaiuza hurriedly made another move, and the violent punch from top to bottom made the ground shatter like leaf patterns. Worthy of being the third brother, it is strong. Blood Demon Technique, sound breaking at the cost of tearing the vocal cords, emitting a huge sound wave, and its power resisted the 3 consecutive blows of the breath of Shang Shui. Haha, it's not okay to bully more and less. Tong Mo also saw that Wu Chen and Yu Woza were together. Then try this trick. Blood Demon Art Cold Flame by Ji Tong Mo created 2 giant ice lotuses in the form of a girl. Freezing gas is blown out of Bai Ji's mouth to attack widely, which can instantly freeze the splash stirred up on the surface of the lake, which is very cold. Wu Chen didn't pay attention and became an ice sculpture. Chapter 16. The Destruction Killing Empty Style roared violently, and used his fist to strike 6 consecutive blows into the cold air, so fast that it was difficult to see. Wu Trace, Yu Woza resolved his crisis, turned his head and saw Wu Mark who had become an ice sculpture, and he was immediately puzzled. Is it so careless? Blood Demon Technique Evil Ghost Stand-in Wu Chen was successfully awakened by the system at 0.01s. I have to say that this Tong Mo is really powerful. If it were not for the system, this time would be bad. A large amount of blood appeared on the Wu marks in the ice sculpture, and in the blink of an eye, it turned into a demon image, green-faced fangs, full of scars, and a stream of sticky blood stuck to the face. Wu, good risk. Wu Chen successfully escaped, which is equivalent to letting the evil ghost change places with himself and bear the damage he suffered. Oh, haha, interesting. Then I'll get the real thing. Tong Mo still had that harmless smile, but the aura full of danger rushed to his face, making Wu Chen shudder. Even if I know his moves, and I have the help of the upper winding, can't I win? I can't give up without fighting, and I have to see how strong Tong Mo is. Go on, Wu Chen, don't hold me back. The tattoo of the Kiwo seat is a different color, and a 12-horned snowflake array appears under the feet. Destroy Kill Luo Needle, Destroy Kill Annihilation Style. Second Company Kaiwo seat threw a devastating punch, resulting in a huge explosion and crushing Tong Mo. The ground shattered in an instant like ceramics that fell to the ground, a puff of smoke obscured the vision, and the surrounding trees all rustled, and those who were close were uprooted. Such a terrifying power! No wonder it can dissolve Purgatory Kyojuro's Breath of Flame 9 type Purgatory. Haha, no why, I can become the upper winder, and you can only be the upper winding 3? Tong Mo was unhurried, waved the iron fan, and said slightly in his mouth. Blood Demon Technique, Fog Ice Water Lily Bodhisattva. Tong Mo created a super huge iceman. With a wave of your hand, it has great power, and it can release a large area of highly toxic ice mist. When the fist met the ice mist, it actually made an incredulous snort that made Wu Chen unbelievable. You must know that Tong Mo has a naive and playful side, and will deliberately not do his best in battle. In other words, Tong Mo had not yet exerted his full strength. Blood Demon Technique, Bloodless Abyss. Wu Chen saw that this blow of the Kiwo seat could not block Tong Mo's ice mist, and simply used his own defensive Blood Ghost technique. Countless meat mud surrounded the ice mist, and the ice fog that had consumed most of the strength of the fist was also successfully dissolved by the meat mud, and the remaining meat mud attacked the iceman. Boom! The iceman collapsed, and Tong Mo still had no emotions, as if the iceman had nothing to do with himself. Interesting, then I'll have a 3 in a row. Well, not good. Wu Chen seemed to know what Tong Mo was going to do, and he panicked in his heart. Tips: the next attack will be very strong, please upgrade the vampire spell to resist. The sound of the system was like the sound of heaven at this time, and Wu Chen swore that it was definitely not so good before. Quick, I want to upgrade the Vampire Demon Double. OK, permission application is in progress, permission application passed. Consume 1 Blood Demon Art Evolution Agent, and the Blood Demon Technique Demon Avatar evolves into Blood Demon Technique True Demon Substitute Introduction. It can be used twice in a short period of time to resist fatal damage. Chapter 17 Blood Demon Technique, Crystallization of the Imperial Sun, Blood Demon Technique, Xiandong Icicle Blood Demon Technique, Dry Garden Weeping Snow Sanlian. The terrifying cold aura quickly swept over, and Wu Chen knew in his heart that he would definitely not be able to block it this time, and it seemed that he had to use that trick. Blood Demon Art True Evil Ghost Stand-in. Wu Zhen chanted, a tall body like a great desolate ferocious beast, the phantom of the split heaven appeared behind Wu Zhen, and a deafening roar came from it. Roar, roar, roar. Destruction Kill, Final Style. Blue and Silver Chaotic Light Chu Nest Seat also used his own big move, summoned Luo Needle, centered on himself, and fired hundreds of missiles around in an instant. Fast and powerful. I hope to resist. This child tribulation can become the upper string. With this strength, 3 pillars cannot please good fruit to eat. Several attacks mixed together, the air is squeezed infinitely, the explosion is very loud, the scene is really comparable to the Syrian battlefield. Before Wu Chen came to his senses, he was blown away tens of meters by the air wave. There were toxins in his body, and his clothes were full of ice crystals, and the nest seat was a little better. Well, haha, so be it. Tong Mo waved the iron fan, and several ice crystals fell from it, with deadly poison. Humph, winning is winning, losing is losing, that's fine. These two can finally stop fighting, I have to go. Reminder from the system, the red exclamation mark is going to blind my eyes. Okay, then I'll go. As soon as Wu Chen finished speaking, there was a flash, a little fog under his feet, and it disappeared in the blink of an eye. Third brother, come, I'll treat you to tea. Tong Mo very familiarly held the shoulders of the Yu Woza, his colorful eyes turned, and he didn't know what he was thinking. Who wants to have tea with you? The rook slapped Tong Mo's hand heavily, walked on the ground full of potholes, and the figure began to blur, and disappeared in a blink of an eye. Haha, is it so urgent? No one to accompany me again. Tong Mo looked at the battlefield full of potholes, and flicked the iron fan, and the battlefield was full of thick solid ice. Tips, there are only 10 minutes left before dawn, please hurry up. The hint of redness made Wu tremble. Please, it's a bit far, okay. I can't let Naruto send me there. What if it's exposed? Tanjiro, let me ask you, what would you do if your sister ate people? Said Tanjiro, wearing a Tengu mask. The tone was slightly heavy. This question can be said to make Tanjiro very embarrassed. My sister is his only relative, do you want me to kill her? Tanjiro was stunned in place. He never thought about this problem, and he would not think that he would never give up on his sister. Shiteki had already buried the slain recently, and the previous bloody scene surprised Tanjiro. What should I do if my sister really eats people? Snap Takizo recently slapped Tanjiro very seriously, and Tanjiro ate the pain, covering his face a little overwhelmed. The judgment is too slow, in short, you can't make a judgment, so you didn't kill the ghost until morning. Why can't you answer my question right away? When your sister eats people, there are 2 things to do. It's to kill your sister, and you commit suicide by seppuku again. The sun has reached the horizon, the warm sun shines out the beautiful mountains and rivers of the world, and Wu Chen didn't take long to use his authority to become a human and move forward with the breath of darkness. To travel with a sister who has turned into a ghost, you must have such an awareness. Takizuoji's voice was loud, and he continued seriously. But one thing must not happen. Chapter 18. You take to my heart that your sister took the life of the sinless. This must not be allowed to happen. Do you understand what the old man said? Taki almost roared, this is really the key. If you eat people, then whoever vouches for her is useless, and can only become the enemy of the ghost-killing team. Yes, Tanjiro lowered his hand, nodded and said sincerely. I would like to vouch for your beans with my life, Tanjiro, I'm coming. Under the time limit of the system, Wu Chen quickly caught up, and finally arrived within the specified time, and encountered this scene as soon as he came. Brother Wu Chen. Tanjiro looked at the sudden appearance of Wu Mark and was overjoyed. Although he said goodbye in a hurry last night, he was a good person. Your name is Wu Chen, you said that you are willing to vouch for your beans with your life. Start testing your suitability to become a ghost-slaying swordsman now. Takizo was not wary of the appearance of Wu Chen, and also regarded him as an apprentice. Takizo near is really good, the people who teach are at least pillars, such as Tomioka Yoshiyuki, Tanjiro, head pillar, water column. What is even more touching is that at the meeting behind Nada Spider Mountain, Takizo Jinji actually used his life to vouch for it. Of course, that's all for later. Host, mission completed, reward Breath of Darkness to unlock the 10,000 Willows. Introduction, complete defense, no attack effect, quickly swing the Nikkeku knife to form a 360-degree protective cover, can swim flexibly like wicker, and can also control the opponent for a short time. The dark system is updated, and the secondary interface is on. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shangxian Qi Possession Item, Nikki Knife Hideo 1 has Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Striking Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-in. Has a breathing method, Dark Breath, Unlocked Type 1 and 2, Title, Daywalker Status, No Miserable Control Absolute Time, 8 hours 50 minutes. The secondary interface is open. Don't look over your head for the first time, the Tengu mask is still the first time to see it, it is indeed a little scary. Wu Chen already knows what will happen for a while, but he can't back down. Obviously, when you get here, you have to show the courage and responsibility of a man. Wu Chen was thinking, but Takizo was impatient, and said to Tanjiro. You carry your sister and follow me. After that, it was like a gust of wind, running fast. Tanjiro hurriedly carried the basket containing your beans on his back and ran towards Takizuoji, joking, Takizuoji's speed is super fast, okay. Brother Wu Chen, you don't have to wait for me, you run first. Tanjiro is still a child. Although he has a good body because he sells charcoal all year round, it is still very difficult to keep up with Takizuoji. Wu Zhen is an adult, his physical strength is good, and he can still keep up for the time being, and he can only say that he can see the back of scales left near time, with a gap of 2 or 30 meters. Come on, Tanjiro, you can. Wu Chen nodded to Tanjiro, and then increased his speed and followed, but not at full speed. Now Wu Zhen is a little far from Takizuoji, and a little closer to Tanjiro, so that Tanjiro is not easy to run, and the terrain is also quite complicated. How many field paths he walked, Wu Chen is no longer clear, anyway. More than the total distance he runs in a year. Chapter 19. Wu Chen was also speechless. When watching anime, Takizo didn't run with Tanjiro for a long time, but he really integrated into it, only to know that real gold is not afraid of fire. System, I can't stand it. The host is not panicked, it is only 5 hours left before dark, as long as you stick to it, you can start the trial at night. The dark system is generous. One sentence made Wu Chen even more desperate, he couldn't use the breathing method yet, he was completely weak physique, how could he catch up with Takizuoji? Fast, how old is this man, and he has no footsteps at all. Tanjiro is still carrying your bean. He has been panting, and he has not yet learned the breathing method, he is still a little weak, and he can't adjust his breathing, even so, he is still worried about your bean. You bean, shake it so much. Host, you have a new task, please check it. After running for a long time, Wu Chen looked at the gradually dimming sky, his head slowly became heavy, and his feet seemed to be injected with lead. Yes, hurry up. I'm going to be out of breath. Don't overdo it, Tanjiro is still running hard, and there is a dazzling light in his eyes that does not admit defeat. Yes, I can't admit defeat yet, Tanjiro is still running hard. Wu Chen took a deep breath and flowed down his lungs to his whole body, before he barely had some strength. The task is released, please ask the host to pass the test of the near end of the scale. Note, once you die in human form, then you are really dead. Hey, the system gives a way to live. Wu Chen is not afraid of death, the main thing is that it is not yet a critical moment, and it feels a pity to die. Well, permissions have been automatically opened for the host. The near-death state can be directly changed back to the upper string. Oh, yes. Wu Chen breathed a sigh of relief, but he didn't expect how much trouble this would bring to him. You've been patient. Tanjiro, who was behind him, suddenly said. Then clenched his fists, looked ahead, his eyes were confused, and after a while he came back again, as if he suddenly understood something. Brother will definitely make you human again. One day I will buy you beautiful clothes, and if I can't do it for everyone, my brother will do it for you together. Wait, it's over, this ghost Mai Suji didn't pay a salary. Host, don't think about it, it's harder to get the Ghost King to pay you than to ride on his neck and. Abominable crumb boss, wait for me. As the sun was about to set, it was finally time to reach the hut near Takagi left. Tanjiro gasped, he was already in a half-kneeling state at this time, but instead of resting immediately, he paused a little and said to Takagi. This can. Do you identify with me? As soon as he finished speaking, Taki pulled open the door of the room and pulled off his headscarf, revealing a clean and fluffy solid white hair. A somewhat dramatic scene appeared, and I saw Takizo say lightly. Testing is only about to begin now. Let's go up the mountain. Tanjiro listened, looking unlovable, and his mouth wide open. If I had run for so long at the age of 13 and had the strength to stand up, I would have been a cow. Wu Chen walked over and helped Tanjiro up. His clothes were all hot, there was a lot of sweat. Tanjiro still said politely, thank you. The old man will take responsibility and look at your sister. Tanjiro looked at Yubin reluctantly, and after listening to Takizuoji's words, his heart was a little moved. Chapter 20. I was so tired that I couldn't use my legs. Tanjiro pressed his leg, it was sore, soft, and uncomfortable. This narrow fog mountain is so dark, and it is almost impossible for sunlight to shine in. Wu Chen also had to consume absolute time temporarily, after all, it was night. You go down from here to my house at the bottom of the mountain. I won't wait for you until dawn this time. Taki said to Tanjiro, still wearing a Tengu mask. What made Wu Chen feel even more strange was the surrounding mist, slowly wrapping the scales to the left, and then taking a closer look, the person was gone. Brother Wu Chen, I understand, he thought we would get lost in the fog, just go back before dawn. It's simple. Brother Wu Chen, follow me, my nose is very bright, and I already remember the smell of Mr. Taki. Tanjiro said happily to Wu Chen, turned his head and began to run in one direction. Wujiro grabbed the outrageously low visibility around Tanjiro, and the oxygen was very thin. I've been watching the Ghost Slayer blade for so long, how can this place be so easy? It's all traps, and although it's not fatal, it's definitely maimable. Wait, Tanjiro, don't be impulsive. Can you be sure there are no traps on the road? Wu Chen really didn't want Tanjiro to suffer from these unnecessary flesh and skin. Well, the trap. Tanjiro was still too young and didn't pay much attention. Where did the trap come from? Brother Wu Chen was worried that it was superfluous. Mr. Taki Zojinji is so good, how can he set a trap? Brother Wu Chen, keep up. If you exceed the time, it will make Mr. Rinji Taki unhappy. Tanjiro didn't believe in evil rush. Wu Chen shook his head. Why, don't listen to me? Forget it, I'll lay down my life today to accompany the gentleman. Wu Chen took advantage of the fact that he was still seeing Tanjiro and hurried to catch up. Suddenly, Tanjiro, who was running in front, stumbled and almost fell, and Tanjiro stopped after walking a few steps, thinking about what had just happened. No, Tanjiro has hit a trap. Dark breath, 2 types, Wanliu Chi Kai. Wu Chen knew what would happen next, so he took out the he knife directly from the system warehouse. The blade body was dark, 3 feet long, and the breathing method was activated. A stone flew in quickly, and in the blink of an eye it reached Tanjiro's face, and Tanjiro couldn't react at all, and he was about to be hit. A pitch-black protective cover wrapped around Tanjiro, and the stone turned to ashes within 0.01 s of touching the protective cover. Hey, brother Wu Chen, you! Where did you get the knife? Tanjiro couldn't see the protective cover, because it was too dark, but instead saw the knife in Wu Chen's hand, thinking that Wu Chen took the knife to help him block it. Oh, magic! Do you believe it? Said Wu Chen as he joked for the first time, a little angrily. Tanjiro also saw Wu Chen's anger. Just now it was clear that people had told me that there was a trap, but I didn't listen. Sorry, brother Wu Chen, I was negligent. Tanjiro bowed his head apologetically. His brown-red hair made Wu Chen a little stunned, and suddenly he wanted to touch it. Wu Chen gently put his hand on Tanjiro's head and said seriously. Tanjiro, you are still young, but you have great power. The world is full of dangers, and you need to be careful. Don't forget your original intention. Chapter 21. Tanjiro, let me tell you something. Don't tell anyone about my breathing technique, got it? Wu Chen slowly moved his hand away, and it was not good to touch Tanjiro's head all the time, wasn't it? By the way, why, can't you let others know? Can't you say anything to Mr. Takaki? Okay. Tanjiro finally compromised, and Wu Chen had his own considerations, mainly the prompt that the system had just popped up. Congratulations to the host, the main quest is on. Join the Ghost Slayer and not reveal your identity, Shanky. Wu Chen pinched his chin. He was used to the system, but there was still no change to the interface this time. There is even a color distinction. The important thing is gold, the second point is silver, and the second point is copper. Go, time is running out, go ahead. Wu Chen knew that there was not much time left, and quickly urged Tanjiro. Oh, brother Wu Chen, let's go. If you can hold back, then what can I do? Host, you can eat. Don't say eat, when I think of eating, my heart is disgusting. That unscrupulous businessman's cerebral palsy acid step on beef noodles, I want to vomit now. Wu Chen's face turned purple, so he almost didn't go to wash his stomach. Wu Jin rolled down with Tanjiro. It hurts, Tanjiro, are you okay? Wu Zhen pushed Tanjiro on the side, his body was swollen, and just in an instant, Tanjiro directly hugged Wu Jilin. Tanjiro was directly injured and temporarily fainted. This Tanjiro is also too considerate of others. Wu examined Tanjiro's injuries. Wu, it hurts. Tanjiro suddenly woke up again, clutching his back and crying out a little wailing. Haha, it's okay, you can still go. Wu Chen heard that there was nothing unusual in his voice. Let's go, there should be a lot of traps, and the air here is thin. Causing the head to be dizzy, according to this, you can't get down the mountain before dawn, Tanjiro, or you use your nose and smell the trap. Wu Chen made a suggestion. Good. Tanjiro closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and a trace of green air flowed into Tanjiro's nose from all directions. A huge tree stump smashed over, and Tanjiro was smelling the smell and couldn't react at all. Dark breath 2 no type Wanliu Chi Kai as before, the tree stump shattered as soon as it touched the protective cover. Let's go. There's no time. Wu Zhen swung his knife to block it, pulling Tanjiro and rushing forward. It's an abridged version in the anime. There are a lot of traps at all, and it's a step down in the following lot, a trap. Wu Chen raised his eyebrows, and in his heart, he also pressed the name of a black belly to Takizo, but he watched as Tanjiro began to rely a little on his own assistance. The rough mountain road was not easy to walk in the first place, not to mention so many traps. Tanjiro began to get up without fear and ran directly in a straight line. Hey! Snap! Several traps were triggered together, and stones the size of a fist flew in with a bang. Chapter 22. Wu Chen gasped, using the breathing method to demand a little high on his body. Tanjiro still very politely and slowly pushed open the door, with colors hanging on his body. No way. Wu Jin sometimes did not use dark breath, because this tricky method was not conducive to Tanjiro's growth. We came back. Finally returning before dawn, Taki raised the stove for the next time, and he looked at Tanjiro who was covered in scars, and Wujiro with colors hanging behind him. Caught up in memories. Earlier, I asked two teenagers who expected to become ghost-slaying swordsmen to visit the door. One of them had the guts to challenge me unarmed. When Taki looked at Tanjiro and Wu Jin again, they both fell asleep at the same time. I identify with you guys. Tanjiro, Wu Chen. The Ghost Squad, which has about a few hundred people, is an organization that is not recognized by the government, but it has existed since ancient times and still hunts ghosts. However, who led the ghost-killing team has always been wrapped in a mystery. Ghosts, staples, humans. The physical capacity is extremely high, and the wound heals immediately. There are also ghosts that can change the shape of the body, or have special abilities. It is rare for Takizo to say for so long recently, and it can be regarded as the completion of the brief history of the ghost-killing team. Isn't this talking about me? I am a Shangxiankai, can change the shape of the body, and also have special abilities. In fact, it is blood ghost art. As soon as Wu Chen listened, the corners of his mouth twitched. This is really called, people sit at home, and woe comes from heaven. In the end, Izuku finally said what Wu Chen was interested in, and Tanjiro was also stunned when he heard it. If you want to join the Ghost Killer team, you must survive the final selection held at Fuji Attack Mountain. Whether you can accept the final selection is up to me. After Takizo said recently, he began to continue the trial of Tanjiro and Wu Chen, that is, one word, ruthless. Every day rose earlier than the bird, and when the morning sun was still radiating coldness, Wu Jin and Tanjiro had already started training, and it was hot, but no one snorted. For the sake of you beans, I have written a diary from today. I'll go down today, too. Tanjiro stepped over a trap rope and said to himself. Strange to say, Yu Bean has been asleep since last time, and you can't wake up. Host, you mean to say, you can rely on sunlight to replenish energy, people rely on sleep, can this be compared? Keep exercising so that you don't die in the final selection. As he continued to train, the aura on Tanjiro's body changed more and more. The whole person is like a butterfly about to break out of the cocoon, and his face is more determined. Gradually, the trap that descends the mountain begins to become more and more weird, and the frequency of appearance is getting higher and higher, and Tanjiro's protagonist aura begins to cover Wu Chen. This Tanjiro is improving so fast, it doesn't take long to avoid most of the traps, and the speed is like riding a rocket, ridiculously fast. The system is sour, I feel like I'm so wasted. Wu Zhen felt helpless, so he had to complain to the system. Tanjiro lived a very regular life, and sometimes chatted with Wu Zhen. And it didn't last long. Most of the time, the hand held your bean's hand, and the tone was very gentle, and from time to time he pressed his forehead against your bean's hand. Whispering. Chapter 23. No, 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 host, you're strong. Don't be presumptuous. The system comforted Wu Chen rarely. Although Wu Chen had 10,000 grass and mud horses galloping in his heart, he didn't want to give up, just because he was here. Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro in front. This is the source of his own strength, a 13-year-old child. Day after day, no matter how windy or rainy, no matter how tired his body was, Tanjiro never gave up seeing his sister or writing notes. The trap down the mountain was also replaced with a fatal one, but each time Tanjiro progressed, gradually forming muscle memory, which has been practiced. Wu Jin has also made great progress, his reaction has become more sensitive, and his physical fitness has been continuously improved. Finally, one day, Takizo unexpectedly didn't let them train. Wu Chen's hands trembled like a sieve, thinking to himself. Finally liberated. How many times a day do you swing a knife? 1000? Wrong, infinite increase, can't stop at all. Izuo Taki gave Wu Jin and Tanjiro a knife one by one, and then told them the skills and precautions for using the knife. Wu Chen took a sharp breath, then slowly exhaled turbid air, and continued to swing the knife vigorously, as did Tanjiro. The environment of this world is good, the forest is tall, the fall is colorful, the birds are singing, and one of the birds is particularly magical, it is black, the crow. After more than half a year, Wu Mark and Tanjiro finally came to the wrestling festival, and after many falls, Wu Mark has lost count. Every time Wu Jin and Tanjiro took a knife and slashed at Takizo, even with the belief that they would kill, they still fell in exchange. Today we are going to learn the breathing method, and then I will teach you all 10 water patterns. The degree of bat in the near end of the left of Taki made Wu Chendu secretly smacked his tongue, obviously still breathing according to the steps he taught. When he was not paying attention, he snapped. Soft abdomen directly hit hard, and Takizo's recent hand knife made Tanjiro and Wu Mark both cover their stomachs, and their faces were convulsive. This scaly left is definitely black-bellied, always saying that our stomach is not using force, and angry hands are beating our stomachs hard. A wail startled a group of late returning geese, and the sounds converged, stirring up thousands of sails. Merge with water? But it's not so high when watching the anime. Funny me. Then one didn't notice, and Taki kicked Tanjiro and Wu Ji down with a recent kick. The cold water and rushing down the cliff are no less powerful than asking parents for their unhanded homework. Time passed quickly, and Wu Chen always felt that he had forgotten something, but he couldn't remember it. Host, you owe a huge amount of absolute time. Please pay it back as soon as possible. The system is adding fuel to the fire, not too big. Oh roar! I owe 100 hours. What do I take back? System, if I don't have time, I want a life. Wu Chen said while dripping with water. He. Lie to you, time is not deducted, after all, the system is human. The system made a smile. A year later, Izuku finally said, I have nothing left to teach you, if I can cut this rock, I will agree to you to participate in the final selection. Wu Chen looked at the stone in front of him that more than 10 people couldn't hold at all. The key was that it was solid. Did I make a mistake? Forget it, there are rabbits and Zhenyan, steady. Chapter 24. People always have to give their strength for a loved one. Physical exhaustion, multiple blows of the spirit. In the end, it is worth remembering. Ask what the love of the world is, Tanjiro, rest for a while. Wu Chen stopped swinging his knife, and the shock force brought by the stone was transmitted to his hand, which was really uncomfortable. Tanjiro struggled to slash every day, but the stone was still motionless, smooth as a mirror, and his hand had polished a large purple-red blood blister. Brother Wu Chen, I'm a failure, I've worked hard, it's impossible, how can I cut off this rock? Day after day, after another half a year, Tanjiro still did not make the slightest progress, and the rock seemed to laugh at him, unscathed. Snap! Tanjiro threw the knife on the ground, his face a little purple, as if he had been defeated, and hit the ground with his head down. Wu Chen saw it in his eyes, and he felt uncomfortable in his heart. Come on host, you've been exercising for a year and a half, and Tanjiro has changed a lot more than you. The system's kind reminder rarely makes Wu Chen happy, thinks about his problems over and over again, and corrects them over and over again. Every day is in addition to eating, sleeping, training. Tanjiro was okay, writing notes. What amazes Wu Chen is that Tanjiro's writing is very powerful, neat, and between the lines is all care and love for Yu Bin. Finally, Rabbit and Meiho appeared, and Wu Jin couldn't see it, just looked at Tanjiro as if he was going crazy. A little bit of getting better, the furnace is pure. Host, your strength has improved, and the breath of water has been fully learned. The secondary interface refreshes. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shang Xian Qi Possession Item, Nikki Knife Hisword 1 has Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Striking Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Rounds, True Evil Ghost Stand-in. Has a breathing method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute 1/2 type Wanliu Chi Kai, Water Breath, all 10 types, Title, Daywalker Status, No Mercy Control Absolute Time, 4 hours and 50 minutes Mission Display, join the Ghost Killer team and do not reveal your identity, Shangxian Kikai Main Line. Soon to be completed, please pass the test branch, soon to be completed, the secondary interface is open. Brother Wu Chen, let's go together. After a year and a half of devilish training, Tanjiro has changed a lot, and his temperament is completely different from before. Okay, Tanjiro, let's go together. After that, Wu Chen and Tanjiro swung their knives together and slashed towards the rock, without the slightest dragging mud and water, and the movements were coherent. Boom, the pleasant sound of the rock breaking. Tanjiro was stunned in place, the rock was cut into 4, the cut surface was very smooth. Wu Chen collected the knife, looked at this scene, and slowly walked over. Tanjiro, what's wrong with you? Acting has to be played in a full set. Wu Jin really can't see Rabbit and Meiho, although he knows the plot, he still has to pretend. Oh, brother Wu Chen, Rabbit and Meiho have disappeared. Tanjiro turned away, put away his knife, and said to Wu Mark a little sadly. Has it disappeared? Chapter 25. Hey, Tanjiro, you're a good boy, maybe you're a little tired. Wu Chen rubbed Tanjiro's head with his rough hand, holding back tears. Rabbit and Meijin are dead, Tanjiro knows that he must be sad. The reason for my victory is because I can smell the line of void. When I fight someone, I just have to pay attention to the smell and I can see the thread. The line connects my knife to the gap between the other side. The moment I saw it, it would tense and my knife would be pulled hard and slashed into the gap. Click, click, click. Footsteps sounded, and Taki walked over, still wearing a Tengu mask and a light blue dress with clouds sewn with clouds. I didn't intend for you to go to the final selection, I don't want to see the children die. Tanjiro, you're a great boy. Taki looked at the rock that had been cut in half and understood something. Congratulations to the host, complete the task and pass the test of the left near time of Taki and reward the breath of darkness, the third type of shadow 1000 fronts. Introduction, disperse the attack power of the knife to form thousands of sharp blades, no dead angle attack. System, isn't this reward a little less? The system is just a dead bump that laughs and doesn't laugh, forget it, can I still fight the system? My own system, kneeling and walking, crying the night before he was ready to leave, Rinteki enthusiastically cooked the last bowl of rice for Tanjiro and Wu Jin. That fresh fragrance made Wu Chen, who had never really felt exotic food, couldn't help but smack his lips and praise. It's delicious, delicious, the key is that the amount is more healthy and delicious, 100 times more delicious than the cerebral palsy acid step on beef noodles. Wu Chen pulled the food that Takizo had recently handed over, and showed his mouth for a while. Oh, almost cake, it seems that there is no cerebral palsy acid stepping on beef noodles in this world. Well, what are you talking about, what cerebral palsy acid stepping on beef noodles? Asked Tanjiro curiously, his brown-red pupils were full of curiosity. and his eyes were even more desperate. Wu Chen involuntarily broke out in a cold sweat and quickly said, "Oh, a junk food I used to eat far from here, ever since. I was afraid of most foods, and I was a little afraid to eat them, but here I was back to the peak of my taste buds." "Haha, you guys eat more, just eat," said Takizo to suppress the doubts in his heart and said kindly. The sky was dark, and Wu Chen and Tanjiro packed their bags and brought some water, dry food, and other necessities. Along the way, Tanjiro was more excited, and from time to time he talked to Wu Chen. At this time he still called Wu Chen not very close, and then he would call his brother. Of course, this is the next word. This trip to the Vine Attack Mountain, I changed back to the upper string, can't I pass it with a hand? Wu Chen walked on the stone steps full of wisteria flowers, thinking to himself. I have to say that this disaster mask is really good. When the hand ghost sees it, it is estimated that it will be wonderful, hee hee. Brother Wu Chen, look at a lot of people. Tanjiro walked down the stone steps and entered the smooth Fujisan Mountain Square, where there were about 20 people on it. Chapter 26. Wu Zhen pinched his chin and looked at my wife Shanyi, whose eyes were a little confused for the time being. The beautiful girl with a bowed head with a butterfly headdress is a chestnut flower falling Kanahu. She looks cute and elegant, but she seems too taciturn, and she doesn't see any mood swings. With a fierce face and hideous scars on the bridge of his nose and on his right face, it seems to be the younger brother of the Wind Pillar, Immortal River Jinya. Alas, this person is a violent nature. Wu Chen turned around. It can be regarded as a preliminary understanding. As for the other nobodies, well, they didn't come out alive anyway, so there is no need to introduce them. If you want to stay in the ghost killing team, if you don't have hard skills, you will only die worse. A burst of fragrance wafted in, and two cute children carrying lanterns in black and white came out. The strange thing is that their eyes are spiral and all purple. Thank you for coming tonight for the final tryouts for the Ghost Slayer. Living inside for 7 days is the eligibility criteria for the final selection. After that, everyone entered the dangerous place one after another. Of course, Wu Chen was very safe. Tanjiro, we're going to separate this selection, come on, I'm sure you can. By the way, remember, no matter what happened, you have to stay calm, do you understand? Wu Chen knew what would happen in a moment, so he said to Tanjiro. System, I'm going to change back to the upper string. Wu Chen found a no man's corner and called to the system. A confirmation button appears on the high-tech blue screen, followed by a row of large purple lettering optimized the process, now just click confirm. Wu traced, his body immediately changed, and the internal injuries suffered by his body due to cultivation were all healed, and 3 golden characters lit up in his eyes. After a while, Wu Chen seemed to have thought of something, so he hid the words again. Go find the hand ghost. Wu Chen said excitedly, his feet were not slow at all, and there was not a trace of air fluctuations, and his body dissipated in the fog. The other side. Tanjiro fights with 2 low-level ghosts who are looking for death, and I have to say that the ghost is really ugly. Especially the ghost with a tongue that stretched out like a hanged ghost, his green tendons burst out, and his eyes were scattered. A rancid smell came to his nose, and Wu Chen directly blocked his sense of smell. Looking at the huge hand ghost in front of him, which resembled a mountain, there were ugly brown hands all over his body. Host, your psychological quality must be strong. Okay, I'll cheer. Oh, there's another piece of food, haha, are you coming and giving it to me, or am I doing it myself? Said the ghost looking for death. The hand ghost put his disgusting hand into his mouth and brought out a little sticky saliva. Wu Chen was a little in a trance, and suddenly seemed to return to the time when he ate instant noodles. Presumptuous, kneel for me. Wu Chen was annoyed, revealed his identity, Shangxian Kai, and roared. How is it possible, isn't it the 12 ghost moon? But that breath as powerful as an innocent adult, I will definitely not judge wrong. Boom! The hand ghost knelt down heavily, Crawling on the ground, he just smoked 200 gas canisters and couldn't figure out why the winding chi appeared here. It's really a rice bucket. Have you forgotten the orders of Lord Wu Miao? But you are greedy and afraid of death, hiding here. It seems that Lord Wu Miserable's proposal is right. We have eliminated the weak ghosts. Wu Chen's anger turned into a powerful sound wave and rushed towards the hand ghost. The body of the hand ghost was instantly hit hard, and he didn't dare to resist at all, just because Wu Chen was wounded and had to obey. Chapter 27. I have come to inform you of the request of Lord Wu Miserable. If you commit it again, it will wipe you out, understand? Wu Chen's face was grim, although he had a smile. In the eyes of the hand ghost, he is a devil. What is the situation? How can the upper string be here? 1. Eat more people, make yourself stronger, get more of my blood. 2. The people who kill the ghost squad, especially the column. 3. Look for cyan flowers. You get the idea. By the way, don't expose my whereabouts. Wu Chen made a shushing motion, and the space rippled, and Wu Chen instantly moved to another place. Damn Taki Zuoji, actually locked me up here for so long, I was scolded, I must eat up your apprentice. AQ. Who is talking about me? Wu Chen stretched and lay nonchalantly on the treetops. This place was carefully chosen. You can clearly and covertly see the whole process of Tanjiro fighting with the hand ghost. What's the rotten smell? Tanjiro pinched his nose, the stench must have come from the hand ghost. Even Wu Chen didn't hold back and beat him, not to mention the sensitive nose of Tanjiro. I saw a man with a Nikawa knife running with a panicked face. It's a pity not to go to the marathon at this speed. Wu Chen was speechless in his heart. You said that you are a big man, you are scared like this, is it appropriate? Just take 10,000 steps back, as a member of the ghost-killing team, you must have the courage to sacrifice. In the darkness, the huge body of the hand ghost and the body full of hands really startled Tanjiro. If only there was brother Wu Chen, we would definitely join forces. Tanjiro's face turned a little blue, he didn't expect this thing. The other side. Rabbit, can Tanjiro beat that guy? Asked the cute and quiet Manito as he sat on the stone, his eyes full of hope. I don't know, no matter how much effort you do, it's not enough. You know that, too. Well, system, I think this hand ghost has become stronger than when I saw it before. Just the arms that were thicker than my thighs and the stench that was even stronger. Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro before he was on it. First talk to the system about it. Life is short, is it happy in time? Well, yes, host, the hand ghost is a little stronger than before, but Tanjiro still fights. Yes, he's Tanjiro, there's nothing wrong, take your time. Not only the hand ghost, but also the ghost Mai Suji has to die. Water breath Ni no type water wheel. A trace of waves flowed from the blade, Tanjiro's teeth were closed, and white air flowed from the corners of his mouth. Tanjiro, come on, please eat chicken legs if you win. Wu Chen looked at this handsome scene, and the blood in his heart was suddenly ignited. A huge circle appeared, Tanjiro landed steadily, and when he turned his head, the man fell to the ground like a dog gnawing mud. Here it is again, my sweet little fox. The Hands demon stopped his attack and looked down at Tanjiro with his cross pupils, focusing on the fox mask. Damn scale, damn scale. Wu Chen almost became furious when he heard this. What are you? Chapter 28. It's probably 50 little ghosts. The hand ghost continued to attack with his mouth. Wu Chen looked at the verbose appearance of the hand ghost, and almost didn't fly a crow in the sky, leaving 5 black spots. No wonder Wu Wu can't win the ghost-killing team. Not afraid of god-like opponents, but afraid of pig-like teammates. Doesn't this ghost know that the villain dies of talking too much? 11, 12, 13. Then, you are the 14th. The hand ghost stretched out his extremely disgusting hand, wrenched his finger and said quite proudly. What are you talking about? Asked Tanjiro in a fighting state. puzzled. Hehe, it's the number of disciples of Taki who were eaten by me. I don't know if it's shyness or whatever, but he gags his mouth with a few hands. The strongest of the two was a little imp with a rare hair color, he had flesh-colored hair and a wounded mouth, and the other was a girl wearing a kimono with a flower pattern. Although he is short and has no strength, he is very agile. After the hand ghost finished speaking, his ugly face was exposed, and dozens of hands were shaking all over his body. A wave of pressure came from the hand ghost. He ate 50 people, which means that he was stronger than any ghost Tanjiro had encountered before. I believe you, you are a child with a warm glow, said Wu Chen in a voice that he could only hear. So I ripped off her hands and feet, and Tamura continued to pull hatred and said, not caring at all that Tanjiro's heart was already full of anger. Sure enough. Tanjiro's pupils trembled, anger suppressed his fear in an instant, and he took the knife away, and immediately stretched out a few big hands to grab Tanjiro. The hand ghost is really weak. Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro like a handle chopping melons and cutting vegetables, and the ghost's hands were cut off one by one, and he buried a sentence for no reason. Calm down, Tanjiro, the rabbit seemed to sense. The accident still came, and a hand suddenly stretched out from a hidden place on the left side of the hand ghost, and it was freely extended like rubber. It hit Tanjiro fiercely, and before Tanjiro could react, he was ejected heavily on the tree, and then fell, temporarily fainted, and what made Wu Chen feel even more angry was the man Tanjiro saved ran away. Damn, now Tanjiro clearly needs help, but you ran away, do you still have a conscience? The man touched his head, stood up angrily, just wanted to break his mouth and curse, didn't you see me running for my life? Oh, not convinced. Wu Chen said playfully, and the winding in his eyes immediately showed that the pressure like Mount Tai was oppressing him. Please, spare me, I'm willing to be a cow and a horse for you. The man knelt down directly, unable to figure out why there was a winding chi here. Since you came to participate in the selection, you want to go against us, you say, what will I do to the enemy? Wu Chen wanted to give him a chance, after all, he was not a murderous person. If he is strongly resisting now and has the backbone, he will let him go, otherwise, how could it be? I can spy for you, I can still do things for you. A stench came from the man. Actually peed. Chapter 29. Oh, you're going to be an undercover agent? Wu Chen stared at him with his golden eyes, he had already given him a chance. Yes, yes, you can do things for adults, you. Wu Chen was furious, directly grabbed his neck, and with a gentle turn, the man lost his breath. It's a waste of air to keep people like you alive. Wu Chen cursed angrily and turned his hand to burn his body. Host, you have to hold steady. The system also came up with a prompt, which may feel a little too much. No, system, when I watched the anime, he still didn't survive, I guess he was eaten by other ghosts. Wu Chen turned around, ignoring him, a little green smoke rose, and Wu Chen's figure disappeared in place. Isn't Tanjiro awake yet? As soon as Wu Chen returned, he saw the hand ghost slowly walking towards the unconscious Tanjiro, and there was an abhorrent laugh. Hee, another scaly imp died. If his own imp doesn't go back, what will the guy think, what expression will he show? The hand ghost fantasized again, and said loudly in his mouth. Just this realization, don't you know that the villain died of talking too much? Wu Chen didn't have to worry at all, this hand ghost will die, even if I said him before, it's still the same. The hand ghost no longer delayed, and several large hands continued to attack Tanjiro, during which the hands could still fuse together, just at the moment when they were about to touch Tanjiro. Tanjiro woke up suddenly, and then flipped a few times, handsomely dodging away, while the hand ghost did not realize the seriousness of the problem and was still shouting there. The elder of more than 10 hands stretched out, very disgusting, Wu Chen's evaluation. Tanjiro still had blood dripping from his head, and his mask was gone. Tanjiro, come on! Wu Chen also knew that this battle was dangerous, even if Tanjiro had the ability to escape, but he didn't want others to be killed by him, so he stayed and fought. Tanjiro took the initiative to approach, his eyes were firm, and with each stroke of the knife, 1 or 2 hands were cut off. Then the hand healed quickly again and continued to blast towards Tanjiro. The surrounding trees rustled. Tanjiro's nose was sensitive, he smelled the smell of ghosts on the ground, and he started with a bouncing start, followed by several hands, and shot a large piece of rubble. Bull, this is the height that a person can jump. Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro's height almost equal to himself, and was taken aback in his heart. The anime was cut again. Tanjiro used the momentum of the fall to just want to storm down, but the cunning hand ghost melted his hand into an even bigger hand like a rocket's speed. On the other side, Zhen Yan seemed to have sensed and said, "Is that guy's neck very hard?" said the rabbit, in a sitting position. "Maybe you will lose, maybe you will win. There is only one fact in front of you, Tanjiro he. It was the man who cut off the hardest and biggest rock so far. It's really a head pillar." Wu Zhen watched as Tanjiro slammed his head, and the attack of the hand demon was bounced down, and with this force, he flipped and ran towards his neck on his arm. On his arm, a smaller hand split into his arm and rushed towards Tanjiro, trying to stop Tanjiro's attack. Full concentration water breath 1 type water surface slash Tanjiro flew over, dodged, and immediately used the breathing method, holding the determination to kill. The azure water appeared. Looking back again, the hand ghost was already in a different place. Void Line. Chapter 30. It's you. Tanjiro, what a blow. Wu Chen said happily, he was not touched at all by the death of the hand ghost, anyway, he was on the side of people. After the hand ghost fell, a little memory fragment flooded into his mind, and the hand ghost's body gradually collapsed, and one hand stretched out and spread flat. Tanjiro walked over, bowed his head slightly, and gently rested his hand on this hand, and then rested his head on it. Gentle and sincere blessings from the mouth. God, please, the next time this person is reincarnated, please let him not become a ghost. Yes, don't become a ghost, the key is that he can't be this year without misery will die. Wu Chen couldn't help but snicker in his heart, but he still felt a touch of unprecedented warmth for Tanjiro's words. Well, Tanjiro is really kind, obviously he killed so many people, but he still gave him warmth. And isn't this the reason why he fanned Tanjiro? In the following days, because the most powerful hand ghost was already dead, the other ghosts had no way to kill Tanjiro. Wu Chen also wandered around, during which any little ghost saw himself in fear, and called Grandpa vigorously. This terrifying and slightly comedic scene is suitable as a background for making horror movies. Well, after hanging out for 6 days, I finally followed Tanjiro's steps back to the square. Under the dazzling morning sun, my wife Shanyi, Suhua falling Kanahu, Tanjiro, Immortal River Jinya, and Wu Trace stood scattered. Wu Zhen and Suhua Lu Xiangne did not have any color on their bodies, and even their clothes did not have the slightest wrinkle. After a while, my wife Shanyi's pupil shrank, her mouth seemed to be talking to herself, and her body seemed to be frightened and a lot of cold sweat broke out. Even if you survive here, you will still die in the end. Death, as a master of thunder breath, how can you die, but live until you become married to Yu Bin? Wu Chen couldn't help but hold his forehead, but it was so good that he was a member of the team who would fight side by side in the future, so let's say hello. Hi, hello, my name is Wu Chen, don't say such demoralizing words, aren't you alive and well now? If you want to live forever, if you are bent on death, then no one can save you, do you understand? Wu Chen saw that something was wrong with my wife Shanyi and said to him. My wife Shanyi raised her head, and her lightning-fast dazzling hair made Wu Zhen stunned. This is my wife Shanyi. Tanjiro was a little suspicious, but looking at the yellow-haired boy's expression and movements, 5 words were displayed everywhere. I'm not familiar with you. At this time, two beautiful voices like nightingales came, and the two lovely children bowed and said slowly. First of all, we will send the uniforms to you. A, B, C, D, E, H, G, XIN, non, dis, and now you are all the lowest level of December. But it will take 10 to 15 days until the knife is made. As the white-haired child clapped his hands, several crows and a sparrow descended from the sky. On Wu Chen's shoulder stopped a very spirited crow, and my wife was a sparrow. Partners should choose the right one, and those with similar personalities can play the greatest role. It doesn't matter what the crow is. Seeing such a cute contrast, Wu Chen couldn't help but mutter. Chapter 31. Immortal Ka Wujinya is exactly the same as in the original, with scratches on his face, coupled with his fierce eyes, and the bridge of his nose is wrinkled into Sichuan characters. Damn it! Is it really good for you to do this? Wu Chen watched as Immortal Chuan Jinya grabbed the white-haired child's hair violently, and roared in his mouth regardless of her feelings. I just want a knife, understand? You'd better hurry up and give me the knife. Give me the Ghost Slayer knife, give me the color-changing knife. Tanjiro, let me go. You still have injuries on your body, it will be fine, and I will teach him a hard lesson. Wu Chen had already sensed Tanjiro's psychological change and hurriedly held him down and let him rest first. Wu Chen breathed slightly, and his feet flicked, before the immortal River Jinya could react. Grabbed his rude hand and slammed it without hesitation. What are you doing? Is this way to get the knife quickly? Why would you spill your anger on a child? Don't you know respect? Wu Chen took the hand of the immortal River Jinya away from the child's head, and the originally beautiful hair was crumpled into a mess. It looks a little messy, and Wu Ji Ghost combed it with his hand. What are you doing? Immortal Jinya saw this troublemaker, and said unpleasantly, especially since he was still gently touching the child's head, was it necessary? Remember, in this world, dignity is earned by yourself, and my help this time may be insignificant, but it is worth it. Wu Chen said very gently, this is his own heart. When reading the original work, even he did not understand. Why didn't she resist? You must know that she is the Lord's child. The key is biological. If the Lord is not benevolent and righteous, the immortal River Jinya is estimated to be unable to enter the ghost-killing team. And to help her, it was all the idea that he had before. Congratulations to the host, complete the task. Reward Dark Breath, 4 types, Dark Origin, Introduction, Healing Ability, Treatment of Injured People, can cure dark injuries, internal injuries, Breathing Enhancer, can strengthen any breathing type. System, Dark System Host, Wu Mark Race, Ghost Identity, Shang Xian Qi has items, a Nikki Knife Hideo, a breathing method enhancer with Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Scream, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-in. Possesses the breathing method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute Slash, 2 type, 10,000 Willows, Type 3, Shadow 1000 Fronts, Type 4, Origin of Darkness, Water Breath, all 10 types, Title, Daywalker Status, No Mercy Control Absolute Time, 4 hours and 50 minutes. The secondary interface is open. Wu Chen looked at this reward for completing the task. Well, it's okay. It seems that for each task, unlocking a dark breath, there should be a 10 type. System, it's good to think, don't daydream next time. Secretly, the system smiled grimly without a trace. My wife Shanyi is dumbfounded, can it still be like this? This is the correct posture for chasing girls, I already knew that. I went up. Tanjiro was also the first time to see Wu Chen so gentle with a girl. The other child didn't care, but said something. What you want to say, are you finished? Instead, he pulled the cloth behind him and revealed 14 or 15 irregular jade steels, the color of which was no different from ordinary stones. Wu Zhen knew that this stone was the key to making the Nikki Dao. Chapter 32. Immortal Chuan Xuanya only glared at Wu Chen, then walked up, and the rest of the people didn't care, came together, and stood in a row. After Wu Mark went up, the white-haired child's eyes revealed an imperceptible color. Of course, Wu Chen did not know what impact his behavior had on the white-haired girl. Everyone, please choose your favorite from these jade steels. I'm probably going to die soon, what? My wife Shanyi lowered her head and said dejectedly. Oh, are you saying the opposite? Wu Xian's head tilted towards my wife Shanyi and said in his side ear. One of my wife's abilities is that she hears very well, and what ordinary people can't hear, he hears. Well, what do you say? I'm really dying, probably on my next mission. I don't know why I'm alive? I know. My wife Shanyi said to Wu Chen as if she were angry, her eyes were full of fear, her body was shaking, and she didn't want to take the jade steel at all. Wu Chen understood that it was difficult to change it with just one click. Go and choose. Choose what suits you, you will not die, I will protect you, I promise. Wu Chen's eyes looked at my wife Shanyi, and he said sonorously. And in the end, everyone took the jade steel. A raven wearing a scarf stopped on a man, the fuchsia bottom was very nice, and his hand gently slid over the raven's beak. 6 people survived this time. It's really excellent. Before I knew it, my children had increased again. What kind of swordsman will they become? That's right, he's the master of the Ghost Killer Squad, Isaiah Shiki, and his voice can make others feel good. Tanjiro, come, I'll help you go. Wu Jin saw that Tanjiro was seriously injured and walked shakily, as if he was drunk. Wu Zhen also did not wait for Tanjiro's consent, and took the initiative to go over to help, regardless of Tanjiro's current clothes being dirty. After all, when fighting against hand ghosts, it is normal to stick to dirt. Well, by the way, Tanjiro, you stand first, I'll use that method, I hope it works. Oh, brother Wu Chen, I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Tanjiro thought that it was some embarrassing method, but he was very gentle by nature, and said sorry again. Tanjiro, we're friends, we're more like family, do you understand? I'm here, I don't have a loved one anymore. You are younger than me, can I treat you as a younger brother? Wu Chen stopped Tanjiro's words, that kind words, he really didn't want to hear it here in Tanjiro. After 2 years of getting along with Tanjiro, he has an indelible relationship. I see, brother Wu. Tanjiro recalled the bits and pieces with Wu Chen, and finally decided to agree. Oh yes, that's nice. Now look at me. Fight to get home early, you should really want to see your beans. Wu Chen looked at the setting sun climbing down the mountain in the distance, and the blazing red residual sun fell on Tanjiro and Wu Chen, painting a poetic picture. Dark breath, 4 types, dark origin. A trace of black spots visible to the eyes condensed from Tanjiro's body into something like water and passed into Wu Jin's body. Before the operation began, Wu Chen asked Tanjiro to close his eyes. After about 10 minutes, the black spots that Tanjiro passed on Wu Chen's body were close to nothing, and Wu Mark withdrew his hand. Congratulations to the host, accumulating 10 dark origin points can strengthen another type of dark breath. Can only be used once. And not everyone can provide the origin to the host. The system prompt made Wu Chen understand that Tanjiro's injury should be almost healed, this is the most important thing, now go and see Yu Bin. Chapter 33. Well, it's so comfortable. Brother Wu Jin, thank you. Tanjiro can already jump alive, and the injuries on his body are almost fine. Brother Wu Chen, I'm a failure. I didn't ask about ways to make ghosts human. I asked the ghosts, and they couldn't help but want to kill me. Sorry. Yu Bin, Tanjiro said a little sadly, the helplessness revealed by this sentence made Wu Chen uncomfortable. Myself, was the original decision right? Although she saved your Bean's life, it also turned her into a ghost, and she could only hide in the dark to live. Host, it's not your fault, this is the direction of the plot, you can't change everything. A circle of light curtains glowed with golden font, and the system rarely comforted Wu Chen. Tanjiro, I think there's something wrong with the ghost you asked. If you think about it, those low-level ghosts can't even change their wild nature, how can they know how ghosts turn into people? Wu Chen came with a hint, and he didn't reveal too much of the heavenly machine, after all, the heavenly machine cannot be leaked. Okay, let's go first. Otherwise, we won't be able to go back when it's dark, come, let's get home before anyone. Wu Chen drew a line on the ground and said confidently. Okay, brother Wu Chen. Tanjiro made a swooping pose, leaning forward, and the stick he had taken earlier was also thrown aside. Ready, run! After Wu Chen finished speaking, he ran out like a rocket, leaving yellow smoke in the ground. Tanjiro is also not a bully, and he is also fast, following closely. The two chased one after the other and barely reached Taki Zuoji's house before dark, and on the slope next to it, Wu Jin and Tanjiro had just arrived, and a voice sounded. Boom! The wooden door on the left of Taki was instantly kicked down by a huge force, and I saw the cute Yu Bean stick out and walk out. Tanjiro was stunned for a moment, but when he looked at Yuduza looking at him, he broke his defense, the corners of his eyes were red, and tears fell as if he didn't want money. Ah! Hello Beans, great, you're awake. Tanjiro said happily, he was really worried that Yu Bean would never wake up again as soon as she slept. Tanjiro didn't look at the road, and rushed directly to Yu Bean, and sure enough, he fell down, and Wu Chen did not go to help, because Yu Bean had already gone. You have long black hair with orange-yellow hair and are wearing beautiful black striped clothes. Holding Tanjiro tightly at this moment, both of them were telling the pain of parting. System, I really want Yu Bean's hug. Wu Chen had to cry to the system, after all, she was also ashamed of Yu Bean, making her a ghost. Finally, in the corner of the room, Takizo was holding a bundle of firewood. But when I watched Tanjiro hug Yudoko, I almost cried with joy. Shiteki ran over like the wind, holding Tanjiro and Yudu tightly, his hand gently stroking their heads. But in a trance, he saw Wu Zhen, seemed a little embarrassed, and hurriedly waved his hand to signal Wu Zhen to come over, and finally the four hugged tightly. Enjoy the rare tranquility. That evening, the two of them, two ghosts sat on the tatami, and Takizo listened to Tanjiro's report recently. It seems to be happy, it seems to be flat. Is it? You've solved the alien ghost. Yes, it's sort of. It's amazing that you're back. Yes. Well, it seems that there is nothing. As soon as he revealed his identity, all the ghosts knelt, it was simply not too simple. Chapter 34. Shiteki was still wearing his own Tengu mask, facing Tanjiro and Kurayan, and slowly instructed. Those ghosts are also divided into different types. Among them, blood demon technique can be used. The ghost of this special spell. Because your beans do not eat human flesh and blood, it is estimated that you need to restore your physical strength through sleep. Tanjiro heard that Yu Bean came to sleep just because of his strength, and his heart was also relaxed, his legs were bent, and his hands were naturally wrapped around him. I will definitely protect your beans. Host, are you sure you haven't forgotten something? Wu Jin just wanted to sleep, but the huge red exclamation mark that appeared in front of him made him lose his thoughts. What did I forget? Tanjiro and I have passed the final selection. Wait a minute, it's over. It has been almost 2 years since I reported to Wu miserable. Wu Chen's face became very bad, Wu's stinky temper, he still couldn't resist it. Scaled Takizo has read countless people recently, and at a glance, he can see that Wu Chen is a little flustered, after all, he is his own apprentice, and he asked busily. Wu Chen, I see that your face is not good, what's wrong? Well, brother Wu Chen, are you injured? Tanjiro also looked at Wu Mark worriedly, while Yu Bin was sleeping to replenish his strength. I have something to do, go first. Mr. Takagi, Brother Tanjiro, Yu Bin, I will leave first and come back about tomorrow morning. Wu Chen stood up and sat for a long time, really unaccustomed to himself, and quickly walked to the door. Taki moved his head to look at Wu Chen recently, and then said, there are many kinds of ghosts at night, some ghosts are very powerful, you have to pay attention to safety. Got it, Tanjiro, you stay here, accompany Mr. Taki, there may not be much time in the future. As soon as Wu Chen finished speaking, he closed the door, directly used the dark breath, and walked away from the room. If you let the footprints stay, you may let Wu Miserable find here, you must know Wu Miserable's wariness. Dark breath, one type, shadow / Wu Chen's body was quickly surrounded by an irresistible darkness, and disappeared in the sound of birds. Squeak! Takizo opened the door uneasily, but strangely, the smell of Wu Chen disappeared at the door, and even he couldn't smell it. Congratulations to the host, run out of absolute time. The secondary interface refreshes. The interface was successfully optimized. System, Dark System Host, Wu Mark Race, Ghost Identity, Shang Xian Qi has items, Nikki Knife Hideo, Breathing Method Enhancer has Blood Ghost Art, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Scream, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-In. Has a breathing method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute 1/2 type, 10,000 Willows, 3 type, Shadow 1000 Fronts, 4 type, Dark Origin, Water Breath, all 10 types, Title, Daywalker Status, No Mercy Control Absolute Time, 0 Level 2 Interface Open System, quickly help me fabricate a memory, that Crumb Boss will definitely read my memory. When Wu Chen watched the anime, he knew that Wu Wu had a stunt, and through the curse, he could know the memories of his ghosts. Of course, there are other ways to deal with Wu Chen. With the careful appearance of Wu Wu, will this go back and have good fruit to eat? Wu Chen must make plans to be prepared. Please arrange the host, note that the host has no absolute time. Chapter 35. Surrounded by darkness that could not see his fingers, Wu Zhen was far away from the room near Taki Zuoji. If he had exposed this place due to his own negligence, the Ghost Slayer blade might really become the Pillar Slayer blade. Host, you are now in the state of a ghost, because absolute time is gone, you forcibly lifted your human form. Well, okay, by the way, you help me fabricate a memory that I have been planting flowers and looking for flowers for the past 2 years. This is the most concerned about the cyan flower. Okay, memory fabrication, program starts, count down for an hour, please wait patiently for the host. Wu found a rock, next to a dense pine forest, and occasionally heard the cuckoo song. A half-dead moon sleeps quietly on soft dark clouds. The world is so good. At least the environment is one of the best, green mountains and green water, grass, and warblers fly. Drip, the memory fabrication is complete, please deal with the relevant matters as soon as possible. Yes. Yes, it is a blessing and not a curse, and it is a curse that cannot be avoided. Big deal, soldiers will block the water to cover the soil. No misery, wait for me. Naruto, send me back. Go to Infinity City. Wu Chen removed the black fog around him and said to Naruto through the connection he had established with Naruto before. The space rippled, and Wu Chen's figure completely disappeared into the forest. Infinity City is exactly the same as when he first came here, and nothing has changed at all. Wu Chen was very uneasy, because when the storm came, it would be a clear sky. Naruto changed into a yellow loose dress, her long black silky hair covered her eyes with bangs, and she played the lute in her hand, making a pleasant sound. Well, Naruto, where did Lord Wu Miserable go? What about the other windings? Wu Chen looked at the empty surroundings, feeling a little weak in his heart, and hurriedly asked Naruto. Naruto played gently, and a trace of sad feelings crept into Wu Chen's ears along the voice. Wu Chen paused to ask questions, recalling the story of Naruto in the anime. Naruto used to work as a pipa girl, but her husband squandered her income due to gambling, so her family was very poor. One night, her husband sold her kimono for gambling, and in anger killed her husband with a hammer. After that, I had to wear a shabby and tattered kimono to play on stage. Her timbre from her nervous, trembling hands was unexpectedly well received, and she began to get used to killing before playing. One day she planned to kill again, but the person she wanted to kill was Ghost Mai Suji Wu Wu, but she was killed back, and later she was appreciated by him and became a ghost. She is still quite sad. She met a husband who is inferior to animals, and animals, if it were me, I would treat her well. But once things have passed, they cannot be reversed. Lord Wuxiao, I'll be here soon. Welcome back, Shanky. Naruto poked out her only eye and nodded to Wu Chen, although it was not much, but Wu Mark saw it. The suspended wooden door creaked, and it was no surprise that the miserable man in a gentleman's hat and white suit walked over slowly, and he was angry with his violent temperament. This Wu Mark. How did it take so long to leave? Unforgivable. Poof! Wu Chen's internal organs were squeezed into slag, the bone rack was scattered, and blood flowed everywhere as if he didn't want money. The other side. Mr. Taki. What's going on with brother Wu Chen? Is there any news from him? Tanjiro has already regarded Wu Zhen as his brother. Of course, he has to worry. Since Wu Zhen left, he felt uncomfortable in his heart and felt that something would happen. Chapter 36. Say, where have you been? Wu Miserable was very concise, and the vast and boundless pressure condensed into a physical object to hit Wu Chen. Oops, it's not miserable, it's so strong. Lord Qiuwuxi, I went to find the cyan flower, and it is my duty to share the problems for the adults. Please forgive me for not coming to report for so long. Wu Chen did not take the initiative to repair the injury, and now Wu Wei must be very angry, which will inhibit my recovery ability. Wu Miserable is really a coward. I just disappeared for almost 2 years. Oh, do you know how many things I have arranged for you, but what are you doing? No, misery does not buy it at all. Even if you look for it, can you find it? Lord Qiuwuxi, there are 3 things you arranged, and I will remember them all. 1. Eat more people, make yourself stronger, get more blood from me. 2. The people who kill the ghost squad, especially the column. 3. Look for cyan flowers. Wu Jianqiang suppressed the cold sweat that broke out madly and narrated to Wu Miserable. Well, tell me, how many people did you eat? And did you kill the people of the ghost-killing team, and how many pillars did you kill? Cyan flower, did you find it? Wu Miserable directly came to the speed of light 3 times in a row, and then Wu Chen's perception was blocked. Can you trust it? Wu Mian stretched out his fingers with long nails and poked them into Wu Chen's head. Because Wu Chen is a ghost, this kind of injury still can't kill him. Wu Miserable self-being is the ultimate creature, and it is definitely a matter that does not allow something that cannot be controlled by oneself to happen. Wu Chen's earlier memories fabricated by the system were rudely absorbed by Wu Miserable, and then he pulled his clothes, as if to sort out the folds on his clothes. What have you been doing for the past 2 years? Flowers? Looking for flowers? Wuxian reconfirmed. The blood-colored plum eyes stared coldly at Wu Chen like a poisonous snake, and spoke. Lord Qiuwuxi, I think the cyan flower must be very rare, that's why it's like this. Lord Misery, you are very smart and must be able to think of the reason. Wu Chen threw out a question and threw the problem directly to Wu Miserable. Since Wu Miserable claimed to be a perfect creature, how could he admit that he was not smart? Do you think that planting other flowers can plant cyan flowers? That's very stupid. Wu Mian shook his head and looked at Wu Chen like a fool. No misery, ah. No misery, I pack tickets, you haven't read Fool Gong Moving Mountains. Lord Wu Miserable, really witty, really forward-looking. After the guidance of Lord Wu Miserable, I thought of a better way, that is, with the help of the power of other creatures, bring the cyan flower seeds over, and once they bloom in the place where I planted the flowers. Wu Mi is obviously a man now, but his hair is outrageously long, even curly, and his hair seems to be dancing in the wind. Wait, there's no wind. That is to say, Miserable hair is self-aware. Master Wu Miserable, the fragrance of flowers has its own butterflies, as long as I get the flower garden ready. Attract more creatures to come, maybe you can bring the seeds of the cyan flower. Oh, so who do you think is good to go? Wu asked coldly. Darkness pervaded around him, and the immediate visual sensation of the Hong wilderness beast immediately came. Subordinates are willing to share the worries of Lord Wuxi. Please be a miserable adult. Wu Chen directly took this matter on himself. After all, it is not good to show the stuffing. At that time, it will be dead. Okay, you come here. Wu Zhen beckoned to Wu Chen, the corners of his mouth rose. Wu Zhen couldn't see Wu Miserable's eyes, and he didn't know what conspiracy there would be. Chapter 37. When Wu Chen approached, he roughly pinched Wu Chen's neck, and extended his index finger with his other hand. The strange thing is that it did not pierce the skin, but it still flowed dark red blood. Note, the host is evolving, please don't move around. Wu Chen couldn't move at all, and the closer he got to Wu Wu, the greater the pressure on his body. That deterrent force like a beast in the flood wilderness is not something that Wu Chen can resist. Although it was only a few seconds, Wu Chen received a lot of blood, and now he had endless strength in his body. Coincidentally, Wu Miserable has stronger control over himself. Okay, you stand down. I'll let you know when something happens. Wu Miserable turned around and beckoned to Naruto, and a sound of pipa came, and Mu Miserable disappeared in place. Congratulations to the host for surviving the crisis. Reward absolute time 10 hours. New missions appear, in the Ghost Killer Squad, hide the identity of the Winding Chi, and increase the absolute time by 2 hours every day. Well, the system has finally come out with benefits this time, not bad. Wu Chen's face was delighted, and he said to Naruto who was picking the piano string. The system has finally refreshed, good. There is absolute time. Naruto, please send me out. Wu Chen's injuries recovered quickly after leaving without misery, and the words in the Blood Demon art column also turned blood red. Naruto nodded, and with a flick of her hand, Wu Chen was instantly sent out. System, fast. I'm going to be human. It's dawn outside, okay. Wu Chen hid in the cave at 0.001 s, but the burning sensation brought by the sunlight was strong, and half of his body turned into ashes. The OK button appeared in front of him again. Wu Chen pressed it without hesitation. It seems that it should be noon. The sun is really hot. I'm so hungry. This hunger is very strong when more blood is absorbed. It is the desire to eat human flesh and blood. After all, Wu Chen has not eaten people for so long as he has been a stringer. Wu Chen looked at the lush forest and rolling mountains outside, which is a good place to go sightseeing. Go out by yourself. Wu Chen slowly poked his hand out of the cave, and the sharp pain just now startled him, and he didn't want to experience it again. After finding that it was okay, Wu Chen enjoyed sunbathing. The physical strength required for sunlight to turn into a ghost, Wu Chen could feel that his hunger became smaller. Fortunately, if you are so hungry, what if you cannibalize people at that time? Dark breath, 1 type, shadow absolute / Wu Chen returned as concocted. This path is still not exposed. As soon as he went back, Tanjiro practiced at the door, and he was very capable in every move. Brother Wu Chen, where have you been? It's okay. Hey, why worry about me? I'm your big brother, how can something happen? Next, let's wait for the color-changing knife, the Nikki knife. Wu Chen said, entered the house. Yu Bin lay on the tatami, sleeping quietly. Mr. Taki was also a little happy to see Wu Zhen come back, and he would not ask too much about where Wu Zhen went before, because he was his own apprentice. Well, okay, after eating, let's go work out. Keeps muscles active. Shtaki was also sitting upright, and with delicious food stewed in the small stove next to him, Wu Jin quickly pulled Tanjiro to sit down. In the future, to complete the task, how can I have time to eat this good thing? Now the three of them eat together, isn't he fragrant? Wu Chen sat up straight, enjoying the pleasure brought by the food, and after a while, he began to exercise with Tanjiro again. Chapter 38. The 15th day passed quickly, and in order to reduce the absolute time used, Wu Chen did not appear at night, but turned into a ghost and went to the waves. The path is flanked by tall trees, lush with the crisp sound of bells. One is slightly taller, sturdy, wearing a cloak and carrying something wrapped in white cloth behind his back. After waiting for so long, you finally came, said 10 to 15 days, and ended up waiting for 15 days. Tanjiro, dressed in brown clothes and a scar on his left forehead wrapped in a bandage, looked at the man who had covered his face tightly and asked. As for Wu Chen, of course, he was sitting in the room with Taki Zuoji, and instead of listening to Gangzuka's nonsense, it was better to drink tea here. Sure enough. Are you looking for it? My name is Steel Tsuka. I really don't listen to what others say. Wu Chen sent a mouthful of cool water to suppress the shock. Come and deliver the knives made for Tanjiro and Wu Chen. I am Tanjiro Stove, brother Wu Ji is in the house, please come in. Tanjiro politely let Izuka in, but his head seemed to be missing. This is the Nikawa knife, which I built. The raw materials for the Nikawa knife were collected in the mountain closest to the Sunday. Tanjiro finally understood why brother Wu Chen's refusal to come out to pick up the steel cairn. Orangutan crimson iron and orangutan crimson ore, so the forged iron can absorb sunlight. Wu Chen was helpless. Near Taki sat like a meditation, and also complained. This guy still doesn't listen to people. After half a day in the steel cairn, Wu Chen was about to doze off, and finally finished speaking. Suddenly, Steel Tsukasa raised his head, and the strange face had a long pipe, which startled Tanjiro and said in surprise. Fireman mask? Aren't you the son of Hezuo? This is really an auspicious omen. Tanjiro really didn't disappoint Wu Chen, and said something that made Steel Tsuka slap in the face. No, I'm the son of Tanjiro and Aiji. Poof. Ha. Worthy of being known as the pillar of his mouth. Oh, now he is my younger brother. What a nail on the head. Wu Chen felt funny and couldn't help laughing. Hair and eyes are red, aren't they? The knife might turn red too, right? Taki. Shtaki seemed accustomed to Izuka's greetings and spoke. Yes. Both Wu Jin and Tanjiro got their own Nikki knives, which were also sheathed, and once they were removed, the Nikawa knife will take on different colors depending on the person holding it. Izuka is obsessed with the Nikawa knife, and his hands are so happy that he can finally look at the red knife again, and he can twist like a snake. Good cow! The Nikawa knife, also known as the color change knife, changes the color of the blade depending on the owner. Izuka said excitedly, his tone couldn't be more happy. Tanjiro also pulled out the knife that followed closely behind, and when it first entered the eye, it was exactly the same as a normal knife, it was a silver-white color that belonged to iron. But after about tens, the color of the knife changes. From the hilt of the knife to black from the beginning, the body is dark throughout, and Tanjiro is also confused, what is the situation? Then he looked at Steel Tsuka and Taki to the left. Black, is it black? Izuka was the first to say, and Taki was close behind, and they didn't expect this. At least blue. The color of water. Wait, this is... Well, mine is ink. Wu mark is also black, but it is ink color. Chapter 39. Is there anything bad about black? Isn't it auspicious? Tanjiro asked worriedly as he saw that Mr. Taki and Izuka looked wrong. Tanjiro, it's okay. I'm black, too, just ink. Wu Zhen was next to Tanjiro and took the lead in reminding. It's not like that, pitch black, this color is rare. Takizo prompted recently, but seeing that the two people in front of him were related to black, he fell into deep thought. Izuka bent over, then jerked up, his hand twisting unnaturally, as if roaring angrily. I thought I could see a bright red blade. Damn it! After Iron Tsukasa finished speaking, he started directly, but he really didn't talk nonsense. Wu Chen was not spared. After being complained, his body was also deeply shocked, and it was very painful. After all, it was not good to hurt him. How old are you? Tanjiro's hands were chained and he began to ask Izuka. 37. Steel Tsukasa also knew the proportions, and it didn't take long to let go of Tanjiro and Wu Chen. The two crows fluttered their wings, flew on the window, and spoke. What surprised Wu Chen the most was that they came together. Tanjiro, hereby convey the trial to you, and head to the town in the northwest. The girl was fading away. What surprised Wu Chen even more was that the crow that belonged to him said almost in unison. Wu Chen, hereby convey the trial to you, and go to the town in the northwest. The girl was fading away. Well, it's actually the same mission. On the other side, the northwest town. In the dark, a couple talked and laughed, walking in a lighted alley, and what they didn't expect was that tonight would be their parting day. The man was talking happily about something, and after discovering that his girlfriend was missing, he turned back sharply, and all he could see was the lantern that had fallen on the ground. Every night a girl disappears, where she finds the hidden ghost and kills them. Tanjiro Stove should proceed carefully. It was his first job as a ghost hunter. The description that Wu Chen heard is also this, so there is not much nonsense. Congratulations to the host, received the first ghost killing team mission, the task is completed, the reward is the Night Guard fragment. Introduction, you can have the time to change into a person in the dark plus 2 hours, absolutely time does not count. 10 fragments can be fused to form a Night Guard, and the knight can change into a human without a time limit. The secondary interface refreshes. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shanky has items, a Nikki Knife Hideo, a Breathing Method Enhancer, and has a Blood Ghost Technique, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Striking Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-In. Has a Breathing Method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute Slash, 2 type, 10,000 Willows, 3 type, Shadow Senfin, 4 type, Dark Origin, Water Breath, all 10 types. Title, Daywalker Status, Accumulation of Dark Origin in No Misery Control 10 Absolute Time, 10 Hours Mission, in the Ghost Killer Team, hide the identity of the Shanky and increase the absolute time by 2 hours every day. The first Ghost Slayer mission level 2 interface is open. Please come on. The system punched out a cheering emoji. Wu Chen smiled slightly, nodded, and then grabbed his clothes. Let's go. Let's go. Get dressed. Wu Chen said. I really didn't expect to go with Tanjiro. And at this moment, Scaled Zhou stopped Wu Zhen recently, as if he had something to explain. Chapter 40. Takizo recently called out to Wu Zhen and Tanjiro, and he had to explain something. You know, the tasks of the ghost killing team are almost all to kill ghosts, which is very dangerous. Before you start your mission to carry out the ghost killer squad, I have something to explain to you first. The Ghost Slayer uniforms you're wearing now. It is breathable and waterproof and fireproof. The little ghost's ordinary claws and fangs can't tear this clothes. Wu Chen had long known the role of the uniform, so he didn't feel anything, but Tanjiro was different. He lifted the team uniform and said with certainty. So powerful. Then, the Nikawa knife you have. Therefore, it is rumored that the swordsman with the black blade cannot get ahead. Ozaki Kinji's last words are exactly the same as in the anime. This is also, but no one expected it. Tanjiro will become a ghost king in the future, the most critical existence of Oni Maisuji without tragedy. Wu Chen thought in his heart, his hand also gently stroked his blade, although he had a he-knife, but the he-knife did not change color, so he was speechless. Tanjiro also wanted to open it, full of fighting spirit, full of heart words, not false at all. Although I don't know what will happen to me in the ghost killer team, but it will definitely turn your beans back into human. Tanjiro is really gentle with his sister, and he is naturally gentle, and he looks at Yu Bean who pokes his head out of the dark pavilion with great respect. Uzaki took out the box he had made and said to Tanjiro. The box I used to carry my sister during the day is very light. Wu Jin was also curious. When watching anime, even Tanjiro said that it was so light, so light. What a light law! Wu Zhen took it from Tanjiro's hand, and the delicate texture and ultralight natural feeling that suddenly appeared really shocked Wu Zhen. Ghost Destruction World does have a lot of magic. When Wu Jin and Tanjiro separated from Taki Zuoji, they also enjoyed treatment that they could not enjoy before. Shitaki Zuoji took the initiative to tidy up our collars. Brother Wu Chen, since this mission is our action together, it's great, we can pass it directly. It was still Tanjiro carrying your beans, slightly walking behind Wu Chen. The surrounding environment was very good, and Tanjiro was also in a happy mood and said, "It seems that Tanjiro really recognizes me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so happy. Tanjiro, there is something I must tell you." Wu Chen wanted to give Tanjiro a boost in the face. "What's going on?" Tanjiro also asked very simply. "Just don't put your sister in danger, don't give up being with your sister, and, most importantly, never let her eat people. If she eats people, Mr. Taki and you and I will have to apologize." After Wu Chen finished speaking, he recalled the plot when he watched the Ghost Slayer Blade Yuguo chapter. Your bean was out of control, and Tanjiro desperately tried to save it, so that your bean got better. It's really heart-wrenching. Understood, brother Wu Chen. After Tanjiro finished speaking, his brown-red pupils had a dazzling light like stars. This is the northwest town. Wu Chen stood on the bridge, looking at this rural scenery. The river below has a few fishing boats, and there are all kinds of people on the bridge. Not bad, it reminds me of my hometown. But I guess I can't go back. Maybe after the ghost is cut off. What is it about walking wobbly alone? Chapter 41. A man with a bit of a messy dress, an obvious slap print on the left side of his face, walking down the street with a lost soul, incompatible with the people around him. Look, it's Mr. Kazuki. It's pitiful to be beaten. I don't know who said it, but it's strange that Mr. Kazuki ignored it, or maybe he was too sad and had no desire to answer. Tanjiro and Wu Chen walked towards each other. The most obvious thing that entered the eyes was in himself. No way, it was too abnormal. How could normal people be like this? As Tanjiro and Wu Jin passed by Kazuki, someone next to them said again. Because she was taken away when she was with Riko. Note that when you're outside, it's possible that misery knows you through the vision of other ghosts. So try not to appear in front of the ghost after becoming a winding chi to avoid exposure. The huge exclamation mark and the red reminder made Wu Chen understand that it seemed that everything was careful. Tanjiro is very intelligent and knows from other people's conversations that the person who has lost his soul is called Kazuki. I also understand that there will be fewer people here every night, and I quickly run back to catch up with myself. Mr. Heiji, I want to ask you something, is it convenient now? Mr. Kazuki still holds out hope and rushes to the place where Riko disappeared with Tanjiro and Wu Jin to see if there are any clues. Riko is missing here, although you may not believe it. I believe in you, I believe in you. I trust you too, cheer up. Wu Chen knew the plot. Litsi really disappeared here, and said to Heiji. Tanjiro lay directly on the ground, carefully sniffing the indelible smell. not long after he went down. I smelled of ghosts, but it was too light. It feels a little strange. Who is this child? Kazuji looked at Tanjiro lying on the ground and felt strange. Mr. Kazuji touched his injured face again, recalled the bad things, and frowned. Mr. Heiji, please believe us, we are here to solve this kind of thing. Wu Chen stepped forward to explain, and at the same time used the breathing method. After all, it is not bad with his own people. The black dots visible to the naked eye of dark breath, 4 types, and dark origin condensed into liquid and slowly flowed into Wu Chen's body. Kazuji no longer felt pain, and looked at the two in front of him with some surprise. Note, I did not accumulate the origin of darkness this time. The system prompted. Wu Chen smiled slightly, if not, there is none. I only help the people who need to help. Tanjiro was still smelling, and the location was changing, from one end to the other, and even more to the street. Pedestrians on the street all look at Tanjiro with strange eyes. Wu Chen can't stand this anger. Tanjiro is helping you find the ghost and kill it. Don't be so good, what should you do? Don't look, you should all have your own business. Wu Chen lit up the knife, his voice was thick, and he successfully calmed everyone. Slowly at dusk, the blood-red light was very penetrating, and even the ground was dyed red. After walking along the alley for a long time, I ate a bite of dry food and continued to search. Mr. Kazuji also reminded Tanjiro and Wu Jin to rest, but they were politely refused, and the ghosts only came out at night, so they could not rest. In a large courtyard, a young girl had just come out of her mother's house and went back to her room to sleep, but she did not know that danger had come. A black shadow followed, and there was also the sound of water rushing. Chapter 42. The girl untied her clothes and prepared for bed, still worrying about the children before going to bed, muttering in her mouth. What happened to the children who were taken away? I hope they are safe. As soon as he finished speaking, an accident happened, and the black ink mass began to grow larger until it completely wrapped the girl's bed. Then 2 fish-patterned hands came out of the black ball and covered the girl's mouth. Tanjiro seems to smell something. T.I. Bulletin rushed quickly, holding the knife in his hand, his eyes were full of anxiety, and said softly. The taste has become stronger. Tanjiro jumped with a catapult, easily climbed over the corner, reached the middle of the 2 alleys, and looked left and right. Wu Chen was worried that Mr. He would have an accident, so he slowly ran over with him. Congratulations to the host, the first task of the ghost-killing team is about to be completed, and the secondary interface is refreshed. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shanky has items, a Nikki Knife Hideo, a Breathing Method Enhancer, and has a Blood Ghost Technique, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Striking Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-In. Possesses the Breathing Method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute 1/2 type, 10,000 Willows, 3 type, Shadow 1000 Fronts, 4 type, Dark Origin, Water Breath, all 10 types. Title, Daywalker Status, accumulates 10 Dark Origin points in the control of No Misery. Absolute time, 10-hour mission, in the Ghost Killer team, hide the identity of the Shanky and increase the absolute time by 2 hours every day. The first Ghost Slayer mission level 2 interface is open. The advanced screen of the system unfolds again. Wu Chen is used to it, anyway, others can't see it. The only drawback is that this interface can't be seen if I want to, it must be decided by the system. 2 tastes, the taste of ghosts and human girls. But you can't see it. But that's where the smell is strongest. Tanjiro thrust his knife into the ground, and something that looked like human clothes came out. Tanjiro glanced at it, grabbed it with a very fast move, and rescued the girl. A water ghost that looks like a fish and a human. The injury on his arm healed quickly. Tanjiro didn't care so much, and asked directly. Where are the girls who were taken? This ghost is really annoying, even if you don't have a good conversation, you still have a stinky face, your upper and lower teeth are tightly closed, and there is a disgusting noise. Wujin and Kazuji also arrived here, but the water ghost was already hidden, and Tanjiro still had to fight the ghost, so he said something to Mr. Kazuki. Mr. Heiji, please help hold her and stand next to me. Tanjiro, you can go, just have me to protect you. Wu Chen knew Tanjiro's worries, and quickly spoke. Wu Chen covered Heiji behind him, and the woman could only be held by Heiji for the time being. There was no way, otherwise it would be difficult to pull out the knife. System, I think the current embarrassment is very suitable for a sentence. There is no woman in the heart, pull out the sword and nature god. The system is offline, please don't disturb. Water breath 5 no form. Before Tanjiro could finish speaking, 3 identical ghosts suddenly appeared, which surprised Tanjiro and temporarily interrupted the type. Tanjiro jumped on his knees. And after a super high distance, he changed his type, and immediately there were waves of water spinning at the blade, which was very handsome. The huge column of water rushed to the ground with the Yanokata Taki pot, and all 3 demons were repelled, and Tanjiro recalled what Taki said when he swung the Nikue knife. There is only one ghost's blood in this world that can transform a person into a ghost. That ghost's name is Oni Maisuji no Misery. Chapter 43. All 3 ghosts have the same taste, and I heard that ghosts don't move in groups. I must ask for a way to make the ghost turn back into a human. Tanjiro frowned, and the marking-like mark seemed to say that he was extraordinary, and it was a perfect combination with Tanjiro's hair. Wu Chen drew his knife and came out. The strength of this water ghost is weak, but this blood demon technique is still very good, but unfortunately, it cannot be absorbed. Wu Chen made a calculation. Now with my participation, Tanjiro no longer needs to worry about these 2 ordinary people, and he can fight with confidence. All in the set, water breath Ni no type water wheel. Tanjiro jumped, just enough to block the water ghost's blow. A winding water arc appeared, and the water ghost's arm was cut off instantly. However, because the water ghost penetrated the ground in time, Tanjiro never gave the water ghost fatal damage, and after a while, the water ghost recovered from his injuries. Suddenly, a water ghost poked his head out and roared angrily. The key was what he said, which simply made Wu Chen angry. You guy, don't get in my way, if you drag it on, this woman won't be fresh enough. This woman is now 16 years old. What are you bastards talking about? Wu Chenqing burst out, and a terrifying momentum condensed on his body, and said fiercely. 16 years old is their good years, and you will eat them, unforgivable. Even the upper string is not so picky, it seems that Tong Mo is quite good. As soon as Wu Chen finished speaking, the monstrous anger could no longer be suppressed, the knife was crossed, and the body ejected, and it only took an instant to reach the water ghost. Dark breath 1 type, shadow absolute / Wu Trace's figure immediately disappeared, and the water ghost didn't know where Wu Mark was. A little panicked for a while, and immediately drilled underwater, Wu Chen could not let him succeed. The ink-colored knife quickly slashed through the neck of the water ghost at an extremely tricky angle. Before this sword was released, Wu Chen used all the only dark origin on the one shape, in order to ensure that one blow would kill. After the water ghost was beheaded, his body turned into ashes and dissipated in the world, and Wu Chen bounced back to Mr. Heiji again. After all, if you are negligent and cause them to die, it will be worth the loss. At this time, behind Tanjiro, another ghost appeared, lazily pinching his chin and saying without care. Even if you can't eat tonight? We've eaten a lot of 16-year-old girls in this town. Every meat quality is fresh and delicious, and I have been satisfied. How many girls did you eat? Wu Chen wanted to hear about their sins, and key information must be mastered. At this time, a ghost also appeared on the roof on the side, still grinding his teeth, and Wu Chen frowned inadvertently. Return the litsi you took away the day before yesterday. Kazuji was very brave and said loudly to the water ghosts. The only water ghost who was still on the ground was really a good person, pulling his collar open, and a lot of girly accessories were placed on it. If she has her hairpin in this collection, it means that we have eaten it. Mr. Kazuji must have seen Riko's hairpin, and tears flowed down his eyes. Although Wu Chen did not experience the parting of life and death, he also knew that Mr. Heji must be very sad. And the remaining two water ghosts were hidden again. And a water ghost immediately jumped out of Tanjiro's side and attacked Tanjiro. Swish! But he was cut off by Tanjiro and fled again. Chapter 44. The water ghost is very clever, taking advantage of the terrain and consuming Tanjiro, plus the sky is very dark, sometimes it is not clear to see. But ghosts are different, and vision is not affected. Tanjiro was careless, and the other ghost's hand stood like a knife and slashed violently into Tanjiro's face, which was about to be fatal with one blow. You know, the body of a ghost is very hard, especially an advanced ghost who has mastered the blood ghost technique, even more so. If this hand does not dodge, then the Demon Slayer blade will become the Pillar Annihilation blade. Water Breath 4-type Strike Tide Wu Zhen launches a multi-level slash. The effect is the same as the tide, similar to the effect of layers of coastal shooting. Because this can limit the action of the water ghost, the practicality is also high, which is very in line with the current situation. Wu Chen successfully cut off the water ghost's hand, but did not kill it, allowing him to cunningly escape. Wu Chen also knows that in the original book, it was Yu Bean who appeared and saved Tanjiro. But every time your beans come out, it is difficult to recover the physical strength consumed, so leave it to me this time. Yu Bean, you rest well, with me, the water ghosts can't help your brothers, and they can't kill others, because they have no chance. Wu Chen thought in his heart, he knew that if Yu Bean came out, he would definitely treat himself and that girl as family, which would be good for the war situation. However, let me be willful this time. What the water ghost did really made me angry. At this moment, the breakthrough came, the two water ghosts attacked separately. Wu Xi and Yuxi, you are together, I really can't help, but now it's your time to die. Tanjiro, keep that ghost for me, I'll kill it. As soon as Wu Chen finished speaking, he jumped down the black hole, and where Tanjiro was, he was relieved. After Wu Chen jumped down, the amount of oxygen that dropped rapidly temporarily made Wu Chen a little uncomfortable. But fortunately, I trained in the narrow foggy mountain, where oxygen is thinner than this. It was full of ribbons and carry-on clothes of the captured people, and the water ghosts were happy. Thinking that Wu Chen was here, the activity was not sensitive, so he killed himself and immediately swam over. Wu Zhen did not have the line of void that Tanjiro called it, and could only rely on his own perception, slowly feeling the amplitude of the surrounding water and sensing the strength of the ripples. Here it comes. Water Breath 6-type Twisting Vortex. Wu Chen's skill through the large rotation of the upper body and lower body, similar to a waterspout, the water ghost was immediately swept in. Then the body was torn apart, and the neck was cut off smoothly, and Wu Chen looked at this messy swamp. In the darkness, a piece of cloth caught Wu Chen's attention. Wu Chen took this cloth and dragged it in his hand. There are those girls' companions here, I hope they can be treated well in heaven. When Wu Chen came out, the last water ghost had already been captured, and he was gritting his teeth. If it weren't for Tanjiro asking where the Ghost King was, and Wu Chen saying not to kill him, it would probably be gone. Tanjiro watched Wu Jin come out unharmed, showed a kind smile, and turned to look at the water ghost, but his face was full of anger. You smell of rotten oil. The stench is incomparable. How many people have you killed? The water ghost still did not admit his mistake, and roared shamelessly, and Wu Chen heard such unreasonable words. A roaring flame burned in the chest. If they lived again, they would become ugly and unpalatable, so I ate them. Wu Mark couldn't bear it, no need to endure it anymore. The ink-colored blade cut through the neck of the water ghost at 0.05 s. He didn't deserve to live. Wu Mark took the knife. With a smile, Wu Chen gave the cloth in his hand to Heji, gave his anger to his enemies, and gave his smile to his friends. Chapter 45. Tanjiro looked at Wu Mark with some shock, and he smelled a smell of anger from Wu Chen, followed by a sad smell. What's going on? Mr. Kazuji took the cloth, found the hairpin in the inside, and cried sadly, obviously a big man. But he cried in front of the child without any scruples. Wu Chen understood that there must be sweet love between them. Unlike the scumbags of the 21st century, it is important to have a true heart. Kazuji said with tears and trembling. My fiancé is dead, how can it be okay? Wu Chen's heart was trembling, and then he seemed to be talking to himself. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. However, this has passed, there is no way to save Litzy, remember, no matter what, live with pride and pride. What would Riko think if she knew you were hesitating? I don't have loved ones anymore, your feelings, your sadness, I understand everything, even better than you. Including the one next to me, Tanjiro, too. Tanjiro was also touched, but there were no words, a pair of eyes full of feelings, a tender gaze and self, are worth 1,000 words. Wu Chen walked in front, Tanjiro carried your beans, and the new morning light was very soft, and it was sprinkled warmly on his body. Slowly wash away Wu Chen's psychological scars. Congratulations to the host for completing the mission, rewarding the Night Guard fragment, and refreshing the secondary interface. System, Dark System Host, Wu Trace Race, Ghost Identity, Shanky has items, a Nikki Knife Hideo, a Breathing Method Enhancer, and has a Blood Ghost Technique, Blood Doppelganger, Bloodless Abyss, Striking Sound, Phantom 1000 Kills, Turn 1000 Wheels, True Evil Ghost Stand-In. Has a Breathing Method, Dark Breath, 1 type, Shadow Absolute Slash, 2 type, 10,000 Willows, 3 type, Shadow Senfin, 4 type, Dark Origin, Water Breath, all 10 types, Title, Daywalker, Night Guard Fragment, One Piece, Status, Absolute Time in No Misery Control, 6 hours Mission, in the Ghost Killer Team, hide the identity of the Shanky and increase the absolute time by 2 hours every day. The first Ghost Slayer mission level 2 interface is open. System, can't I really go back? Wu Chen walked slowly, and the shadow was pulled very long. Sorry, host, your original body is dead, and after such a long time, I am afraid that your body has decayed. The system makes an apologetic emoji, which can be regarded as comforting. The 2 crows flew down in the corner of the sky, opened their beaks, and said words that made Wu Chen excited. Next is the Asakusa rumor in Tokyo Prefecture that there are ghosts lurking there, go quickly, go quickly. I'm going to meet the boss so soon, well, it's better to be careful. Asakusa is indeed a prosperous place, but only compared to the previous place. If compared with the towns of the 21st century, it is still a small witch. Even if there is a sea of people, the key is that the clothes worn are more colorful, suits and shoes, and pomegranate skirts. I have to say that there are still good-looking and charming women. There was still a frustrated shout, beautiful men and women holding hands, sweet words said sweetly under the light. There is no miserable adult here. Tanjiro, take it easy, it's actually nothing. Wu Chen looked at Tanjiro's face as Grandma Lu entered the Grand View Garden, held Tanjiro's hand, and said softly. Chapter 46. The house is so high, it's so bright here. Tanjiro's clothes are incompatible with the people here, especially when an electric rail approaches, which surprises Tanjiro. Tanjiro still buttoned his hat on his head, so that others could not see it, and Wu Chen's eyes lit up with interest. There should be a place to sell clothes here, didn't Tanjiro say that he was going to buy your beans before? Yes, I'm going to get money. Tanjiro and Wu Jin turned many corners, and finally came to a place with few people, so to speak, there was only one person, and he sold noodles in the dim light. Tanjiro, I have something to do, leave first, remember not to run around, it is important to protect your beans. Wu Chen looked at the man in front of him who was smoking a dry cigarette and his head was smooth as a mirror. 3 points of leisure, 7 points of enjoyment naturally appeared on the face of the guy. It seems that soon Wu Wu will appear, and I have to look for it. Wu Chen turned to leave, and Tanjiro saw the man wearing simple, yellow and black plaid clothes and grey and white pants, and said enthusiastically. I'm sorry, please give me a bowl of yam puree udon. System, lift the change. Wu Chen pressed OK, and his body changed instantly, after some appearance adjustment. Then he walked onto the lively street, and in this bustle, there is a huge crisis. Wu Chen walked slowly, because he had seen more high-tech than this, and there was no discomfort or nervousness. Under the flickering bright lights, I saw the flower shop on the side, and the mesmerizing fragrance of flowers wafted inside. Although Wu Zhen does not have Tanjiro's sense of smell, this kind of smell is still very good, and now he is almost miserable. Slowly walked over, there were many beautiful men and women outside the store. Wu Chen is now in the form of a ghost, and it is a winded chi, it is easy to drive them away, but he did not do this, just squeezed in. A dazzling array of flowers are neatly placed on the container, chrysanthemums, lotuses, orchids, roses. The whole 9 yards. Wu Chen swept around and sighed well. Unexpectedly, just about to open my mouth to ask the clerk, a sudden sense of panic came, and an ethereal vision that seemed to be far and close fell on him. No misery is coming. Wu Chen immediately turned around and pretended to be calm and walked towards Wu Miserable. Now the beautiful woman is still there, and a petite girl is in Wu Miserable's arms. If they hadn't known in advance, they would never have thought that it was a ghost with their mother and daughter, and it was a ghost king. Boss, what a coincidence! Wu Chen said hello, and then pretended to glance at the mother and daughter, and did not look at it for a long time, so as not to be miserable and unhappy. Wu Mi was also careful, and did not make a strange move in public, but made a gesture to the beautiful woman and girl. Gesture for yourself to go over and talk and come back right away. Shang Xiankai, what are you doing here? Wu Miserable took Wu Chen to a corner where not many people were there, and said in a gloomy tone. Dear Lord Wu Miserable, I came here to buy flowers. Unexpectedly, you are also here. Wu Chen had to state the matter, and then slowly pointed to the flower shop in his miserable gaze. 2 big pure black eyes full of sincerity. Why buy flowers? Just grab it directly, do you have to take a long time to do this? Wu Mian seemed to be angry, and his narrow eyes turned blood red. Master Wu Miserable, your affairs must be handled well, if the people of the ghost-killing team find out, it will be worth the loss. Wu Chen knows the weakness of Wu Chen, obviously strong and outrageous, that is, timid as a mouse, he will definitely be afraid of the ghost-killing team. Sure enough, Wu miserably withdrew the blood. Okay, then go buy it, you must grow it quickly. Got it? Wu Miserable straightened up and lightly pursed his thin lips. Hooked. Lord Wu Miserable, I don't have any money? Can't buy. Wu Chen spread his hands, looking helpless. Chapter 47. I want to think. The salary of the members of the Ghost Killer team, and the lowest level of the Ghost Slayer are as high as 200,000 yen per month. So ask for money with Wu Miserable, the more the better. Wu Zhen made a calculation in his heart, his face showed a look of embarrassment, his brows were frowned, his eyes drooped, and his fluffy broken hair was violently rubbed by Wu Zhen. Lord Wu Miserable, it seems that 10 million yen is required. Note, host, popularize it to you. 1 yen equals 0.0517 yuan. The system is finally bubbling. Wu Chen glanced at it, and suddenly felt that it was going to be less, but there was no way, it was impossible to change it temporarily. Wu Miserable's face twitched, his face showed displeasure, and his originally miserable white face became even more sick in the dim light. But Wu Chen didn't dare to come out now, so he had to stand straight. Okay. You take this money first, it's not enough, and then come to me, as long as you can grow the cyan flower, it doesn't matter how much it costs. Wu Wei pulled out a stack of large bills from his gentleman's clothes, and when Wu Zhen's respectful hands came to take it, he put it on, and then flashed red. Wu Chen, I want to hear the good news, if you don't plant it for me before next year. You. Wu Chen threatened. Wu Chen could feel that his body was being subjected to a very strong oppression, and the gravity of Mount Tai was crawling towards his body. Immediately there were broken marks under Wu Chen's feet, scattering in the shape of willow leaves, and Wu Chen understood that it was time to make a statement, otherwise he would be angry. Master Wu Miserable, rest assured, with the help of this money, you will definitely be able to grow cyan flowers. At that time, Lord Wuxian will be the master of the world. Okay. Hurry up and go. I won't arrange for you to do anything else. Wu Mian turned his back to Wu Chen and said, the corners of his mouth rose slightly, walked back quickly, shopping with his wife and children, is it better than chatting with his subordinates about work? After Wu Chen watched Wu Miserable walk out of his field of vision, he breathed a slight sigh of relief and comforted his young heart with his right hand. Boss Crumbs, finally left, sure enough, asking the boss for money, it's really difficult, almost died, fortunately, thousands of horse fart does not wear. Wu Chen took the money and quickly returned to the flower shop, maybe it was too late. There are no more people. Wu Chen strode in, and now he is a rich man. This gentleman, what flowers are you here to buy? A sweet-looking girl in a pink floral dress said enthusiastically. Wu Chen doesn't know much about flowers, but he must buy them. I still have to use this identity. How can it not be done? Anyway, Wu Miserable would never have dreamed that the cyan flower in his heart could only bloom during the day. Wu Chen thought about it and smiled involuntarily. Haha, is there anything expensive? Of course, Wu Chen had a rich man's addiction, said boldly, and then entered the innermost part of the flower shop. Flower shops generally have a selling appearance, relatively cheap outside, because then more people are willing to come in. Wu Chen is also learned online. Sir, or else, look at these few. When the girl heard that she was going to buy expensive ones, she was very happy, hurriedly grabbed Wu Chen's hand, continued to lead inside, and stopped after walking 10 steps. When Wu Chen saw it, he was immediately surprised. There were peonies here, as for other flowers, and all of them were brightly colored. Some are even kept in glass cases. Wu Chen's heart trembled. It turned out that he was held by a girl. Was it so comfortable? Okay, pack it all. It's not my money anyway. The pit is not miserable, I mean it. Wu Chen's evil smile gradually appeared at the corners of his mouth. Chapter 48. The girl quickly packed for Wu Chen, or used a beautiful box, large and small bags. Wu Mark said, how can I take this? Host, I forgot to tell you, the system has a warehouse, but it can only hold dead things, these flowers, no problem. Wu Chen looked at the blue glowing screen, and suddenly wanted to be more bold, but if you think about it, Tanjiro should be about to smell the miserable smell. Shhh, wait, and mine, now I'm in a ghost form, leaving a smell in that snowy night, no, I have to go quickly. Wu Chen paid the money urgently, and then explained to the system, the packaging box was all gone. Fortunately, after the girl took the money, she walked into the house on the side. Wu Chen hurriedly lifted the ghost form, and then hurried back, and after turning the corner, an accident occurred. Boom! Wu Chen suddenly felt that his head had been hit by a million crits, and his head was dizzy, and just when he wondered who it was, a familiar voice sounded. Ah! Sorry, brother Wu Chen, are you okay? When Tanjiro found out that he had hit Wu Mark, he quickly apologized and pulled Wu Mark up. I also saw Wu Chen go out for a long time, and I was afraid that something would happen. Tanjiro, did I hit your forehead? Wu Jin knew that Tanjiro's head was definitely harder than a stone. Yes. Tanjiro said embarrassedly, his face was full of apologies, and the green and black plaid clothes set off Tanjiro's handsomeness, but he was still wearing a hat. It's okay, Tanjiro, don't say sorry to me, we're brothers. I'm an older brother, you're a younger brother, don't be so polite in the future. Wu Chen quickly stabilized the injury, this head is okay, but how hard is this Tanjiro's head? Say seriously to Tanjiro. As soon as Wu Jin wanted to pull Tanjiro back, he saw Tanjiro's nose move slightly, and then pushed Wu Chen's hand away and hurriedly ran towards the street. Wu Chen knew that this must be a miserable smell for Tanjiro to smell, but he couldn't interfere yet. What if he makes Wu Miao suspicious and kills Tanjiro in public? Wu Chen had to walk towards the alley to at least keep your beans. A wooden chair. Thou Bean sits, head slightly tilted, eyes closed, sweet sleep. Wu Chen looked at the crooked body, no leaning, how to sleep here. So he walked over slowly, sat down, and rested his Bean's head on Wu Chen's shoulder. Sleep well. You Bean, after meeting the Pearl World, you will have a good chance. Wu Chen just sat like this, although your beans have been leaning like this, your shoulders will be sore, but it is worth it. Who would refuse such a cute bean? Tanjiro's face was flushed, his anger was full, and he stared at Wu miserable. Absolutely can't be wrong, it's him, the smell in my home. Wu Miao turned his head and looked at the angry Tanjiro, very puzzled, but when he looked closely, when he saw the Nikui earrings, he moved to kill. Dad, who is this? A cute-looking little girl poked her head out of her miserable arms and looked at Tanjiro and asked suspiciously. Wu miserable really didn't say much, quickly lengthened his fingers, and grabbed the neck of a young man next to him. Even with a quick grab, not much blood was injected, but the man went crazy, saliva flowed from his mouth, and his eyes were dark red. Tanjiro looked at this situation, and he was kind by nature, and immediately rushed to save people between these people who had nothing to do with him. Chapter 49. The madman burst into a violent tendon, and a fierce sun plunged down, biting the shoulder of the wife next to him fiercely, and for a while, the crowd exploded. Tanjiro pulled his turban, swirled it, wrapped it tightly around his right hand, and gagged it on the man's mouth. Without forgetting his mouth, he said worriedly to the woman on the side. Madam, please concentrate on your injuries. Take a cloth and press firmly against the wound. Oh, Nikki earrings, this man can't stay. Wu Wu made up his mind, but gave up doing it himself and said to the mother and daughter on the side. Are you all right? Don't look. Xylee, it's dangerous here, let's go over there. With a rare tenderness, he began to take them away. Tanjiro freed his hand and grabbed the man's wrist, and when he turned around, he found that Wu Miserable had taken the mother and daughter with him. This person just now, obviously just walking here. Tanjiro twisted his head, looked in the direction where Wu Miserable left, and said fiercely, his voice hoarse and full of unwillingness. I can't leave this person alone, but, that's my enemy. How can I let him go? Oni my Suji is not miserable, I will definitely not let you go. No matter where you go, you definitely don't. I will chase to the end of hell to fetch your head. Tanjiro yelled, and his angry tone seemed to the people around him to be, this child is not saved. Soon, a group of uniformed men came over. Well, is it a drunk? Boy, leave the man. The lead man was extremely rude, holding a stick in his hand and shouting at Tanjiro. Tanjiro is in a hurry, if I don't hold him down, you will all die. So he hurriedly said to the police officer, and his brows were wrinkled into Sichuan characters at this time. No, please bring the restraint equipment, please. The officer didn't listen at all, and grabbed Tanjiro's back clothes with one hand, seemingly to drive Tanjiro away. Tanjiro had to restrain the man harder. Please stop, no one can hold this person down but me. Tanjiro yelled, and the police officer also tried harder, even stupidly, to hit him with the iron bar in his hand. Heaven is a sin that can be violated. Wu Zhen hid in the corner of the street, and did not come out until he walked away without misery, and when he saw the scene in front of him, it can be said that everyone was angry. But Wu Chen didn't make a move. Zhu Shi hasn't come out yet, wait a minute. Wu Chen leaned on the street corner, shrugged his shoulders, stood up, and waited for good news. The police officer is also a pig brain, and he has to pull Tanjiro apart both dead and alive, and wants to solve it himself. Tanjiro had to be wary of several humble police officers while dealing with the man. Please stop. I don't want this man to kill. Dressed in a black embroidered dress and black hair, Suzuo stood in front of Tanjiro. When she heard that Tanjiro had been referring to the man who turned into a ghost by a person, she struck. Bright flowers rose up in the air, gradually forming an impermeable flower wall, obscuring everyone's sight. Wu Chen flew up happily and finally appeared. Blood confusion, visual dream incense. Zhu Shi stretched out his claws, scraped Dao blood marks on his arm, and used blood ghost magic to create this illusion, and the people around him were transferred. What's going on with this fragrance? Tanjiro looked at the sudden vision. Smelling the fragrance that he had never smelled before, and a sense of crisis descended, cold sweat broke out, and his brows locked. Suzushi walked up to Tanjiro and said in the same gentle tone as Tanjiro, his voice gentle. More like a big sister next door. Chapter 50. Wu Chen changed his pace, turned around and went back. You still have to take care of the beans, it's not good to leave for too long, and go back to the place where you eat noodles alone. Tanjiro, it should be fine, for Zushi, I really have a little look forward to it. When chasing Fan, I knew that Zhu Shi was a beautiful woman with long black hair and gentle eyes, like a lilac mist. Not only that, but she also has a gentle personality and treats people kindly. Wu Chen shook his head. What was he thinking? Can she see me? Joke? Yes, Wu Chen snorted fiercely, swearing his unwillingness. Host, where in the world is there no herb, why love a flower? The system made a funny and strange picture this time, comforting Wu Chen again. That's it. Getting rid of the control of the crumb boss as soon as possible is true, and everything else is a floating cloud. He's all ghosted, but you still call him a human and try to save him. Sushi lowered his head slightly and looked at Tanjiro appreciatively. Why? You're not, your smell isn't. Yes, I'm a ghost and a doctor at the same time. Zhu Shi did not panic, looked at Tanjiro's shocked face very calmly, and said slowly. I want to erase that person, to erase Oni my Suji without misery. On the other side, Wu Miserable sent the mother and daughter to the car, really like their husbands. The tone is particularly gentle, and with a bit of reluctance, I bid them a friendly farewell. I'm also very concerned about the riot just now. Come on, get in the car. I walked into a dark alley, and 3 unlucky ghosts appeared there. One drank as mud, swaying in front like a drunken fist, muttering in his mouth. Big brother, let's go to another one. Good to die or not, the woman next to her just said. Zioba, are you okay? The dramatic scene appeared without a sense of contradiction. I saw a drunk named Xiao Bie, sturdily crashing into Wu Wu's body, and from this moment on, Xiao Bie was a dead man. What are you doing? Xiao Bie didn't understand the situation, and was directly angry. His gloomy face was blocked under the hat, and the 2 people behind him also approached. The most incredible thing is that Wu Miserable actually gave in, even if Xiao Bie unreasonably put on Wu Miserable's shoulder, it was said without anger. Sorry, I'm busy right now. Xiao Bie is also a ruffian, but he looks at the high end of Wu Miserable, and he is jealous, and he is close to Wu Miserable. After seeing the miserable face, it may be that he discovered his superiority. I see that you are upset, and you are still pale, and you feel like you are about to die. If Wu Chen is present, he will definitely admire this cowman who dug his own grave. What Wu Miserable hates the most is that others say that he is going to die and so on, but he is immortal. An invisible powerful aura unfolded, and the miserable eyes instantly turned red, and the pupils were spinning violently. The miserable white hand clenched into a fist, bent it and slammed it towards Xiao Bie. Xiao Bie flew out upside down and slammed into the wall, and he didn't even have a chance to make a moan, so he lost his breath. The remaining two were immediately stunned, and the woman immediately ran over to check the injury, and the tall bald strong man took advantage of the alcohol and roared at Wu Miserable. "What did you do to my brother? Ah! He's dead!" The woman's sharp voice sounded. And the strong man shook his fist particularly recklessly. But Wu Wu didn't care, quickly kicked the flying strong man with his left foot, enjoyed it in the air for a few seconds, and fell. Blood spilled on the ground, and the woman was instantly stunned, her face was full of horror, her pupils shrank sharply, and her face was buried very low. Wuxian did not panic to move, but walked over slowly, moved down, squatted, faced the woman, and asked a few questions. But every question is a proposition. Does my face look bad? Am I very pale? Looks like you're sick? Like a short time to live? And every time he said a word, his face was closer to the woman's face, and the last sentence directly sentenced the woman to death. Looks like you are going to die. Wu Wu's fingers immediately mutated, the nails became longer, and they were purple-black, and then simply and roughly stabbed into the center of the woman's forehead.